Denham Springs High School basketball is on the air. Denham Springs High School basketball broadcasts, a John Fine production on Family Radio 91.9 FM Baton Rouge, on the net at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube. Please subscribe at DS Jacket Vision. With Yellow Jackets color commentator Mitch Covington and producer John Fine. Here now is your Yellow Jackets play-by-play announcer, Josh Ward.
Good evening and welcome to Yellow Jackets basketball from Grady Hornsby Gym, as it is playoff time for Coach Cab and the crew as the number 13 at Destrehan Wildcats come to Grady Hornsby to face the number 4 Denham Springs Yellow Jackets in round 2 of the Division I non-select playoffs. It is a first round bye for the Yellow Jackets, and that's what brings us to round 2. Destrehan was a winner over New Iberia in their first round, and that's what gets them here. Got a lot to get to before tip-off here, but it is my pleasure to welcome you to the Sporting Center Yellow Jackets warm-up, brought to you by Sporting Center. Proudly serving Livingston Parish since 1977 at Sporting Center. They have everything you need from athletic equipment to school uniforms. So go see Stacy Phipps, James Adam McCants, and their terrific staff at Sporting Center. That is 205 South Range Avenue in Denham Springs. Josh Ward, great to have you all along here with us. As always, we do come to you live on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision. That's at DS Jacket Vision, all one word. Give it a like, give it a subscribe. Keeps you up to date with all things that are going here at DS Jacket Vision. Come to you live on Family Radio 91.9 FM and on the web at johnfineproductions.com as well. So many bases that you can catch us if you need to. If you can't make it out here to tonight's game or any other game that we bring you, are always a pleasure to have you along with us. Last time we were with you was last Thursday from Slidell, where the Lady Jackets would fall to Slidell by a score of 56-38. That would end the Yellow Jackets season in the quarterfinals there on the road, but another fine season by Coach Rudy Smith and his crew, and getting to the quarterfinals again for the second year in a row, trying to make that next step to get to Hammond. And with a good crew coming back next year, I believe it will be a nice run for the Lady Jackets. And we'll see what Coach Rudy Smith thinks about all that, because he is our guest coming up on the other side of this timeout. It is the Destrehan Wildcats, the Denham Springs Yellow Jackets, round 2 of the Division I non-select playoffs. When we come back, Coach Rudy Smith and John Fine right here on the Sporting Center Yellow Jackets warm-up.
Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill has it going on. Happy hour 3 to 7 Monday through Saturday and all day on a Sunday. Lunch specials on weekdays. All you can eat boiled shrimp Monday nights. Dollar wings on Wednesday nights. Big Mike's can cater any event and book a party of any size in their banquet rooms. Locally owned and operated by Denham Springs graduate Big Mike O'Neill. Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill. Aspen Square. Delivery through DoorDash or Grubhub.
Your local sporting goods store is Sporting Center. Sporting Center has all your Denham Springs and surrounding school shirts, caps, clothing, and fan gear. And Sporting Center is more than just athletics, offering services for businesses and organizations. Sporting Center does in-house monogramming, screen printing, laser engraving, and large format printing. They can handle all of your advertising, promotional, and sign shop needs with personal, one-on-one customer service. Serving Livingston Parish for close to 50 years. Sporting Center, 205 South Range Avenue. Sporting Center, more than just a sports store.
Personal injury?
Boyer, Abear, and Angel.
Auto accidents?
Boyer, Abear, and Angel.
Workers' compensation?
Boyer, Abear, and Angel.
One law firm can handle all of your legal needs, and you don't have to fight big city traffic to find them. Mark Boyer, Dominic Amato, Lucas Schenk, and Allison Costanza have a team of 12 attorneys ready to assist you. The lawyers at Boyer, Abear, and Angel have invaluable experience that allows them to provide expert legal counsel that's professional, prompt, and productive. Small town values, big city results. Boyer, Abear, and Angel.
Bank Plus makes it easier to bank. With extended drive-through hours plus 24/7 online and mobile banking, we're here when you need us. Lost your debit card? Get a new one instantly at any Bank Plus location. No waiting for the mail. And interactive teller machines offer drive-up personal service 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Saturdays. Your bank, your plus. Learn more at bankplus.net. Member FDIC.
It is Sporting Center Yellow Jackets warm-up. Denham Springs, Destrehan, second-round boys game in the Division I non-select boys basketball playoffs. I'm John Fine, producer of Denham Springs Broadcast. And with us right now is the head girls basketball coach at Denham Springs High School, Rudy Smith. Coach Rudy, thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, John.
John Madden once said that one of the toughest things he ever had to go through would be the last game of the season unless he won the Super Bowl. And he said the finality of it comes right away. And how are you experiencing that, the finality of it, if you will?
Kind of hit me in the middle of the night. I'll say I woke up that same night around 2 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't have a dream or anything. I just woke up just depressed a little bit. So I decided to get on power school and take the next day off of school because I felt like it was going to be a little while. So it didn't hit me like on the bus ride home. I was okay. I was kind of numb, but it really hit me in the middle of the night that same night in my sleep.
Have you had a chance to put the season in perspective, or will that come a little bit later?
It'll probably come a little later. I'm just a little numb to the whole thing still. I've had a few people ask me if I'm going to go up and watch the top 28. I'll probably go up Thursday. I'm thinking I'll feel a little better about it Thursday, but yeah, I'm still a little numb from it all.
Well, from my vantage point, it was a great season with a tough ending.
Thank you. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Talk a little bit about the girls, how they're handling it, what they're going through at this point.
They're kids. I think they pretty much
resilient?
Put it behind them. Yeah, put it behind them. I know the young ones I think they're probably already itching to get on the court. I usually do the same thing at the end of the year here. I leave them in the locker room for a week or two, and I wait and see who's going to come to me first and say, hey, when are we going to start getting back in the gym and working out and stuff. And if they don't, like for instance, last year seemed like a longer season, and it took them a little longer than I was more ready, I think, to start it than they were. So I kind of pushed them, hey, let's get to the weight starting next Monday, So that was after about 2 weeks. So we're going to see what the upcoming senior class wants to do when they want to get started. And when we do get started, we're going to go all out, get after it.
Let's talk about the two seniors this year. First of all, Preya Nelson.
Yeah, Preya, great. She's been a starter for 4 years, like I said before. And, I saw the most maturity out of Preya, or the most growth her senior year here. She just really turned into that all-around team kid. Whatever the team needed, she was there for, She battled some injuries, seemed like all 4 years, just small injuries at the beginning of each year. And this year was no different. She got into those shin splints, and she had to sit out a few games there early. But, she fought through it, and next thing you know, we kind of forgot about all that. And whatever we needed, Preya was there to do, And she actually even turned into more of a verbal leader towards the end. Had us sit down with the girls and talk to them about her experience making it to the top 28 and how those younger ones would really cherish it if they had the opportunity. So let's make sure they wanted to give it their all and succeed. It just didn't seem to happen there.
Kennedy Lindsay.
Same. Kennedy, again, she didn't start as a freshman. She started seeing a lot of minutes our state championship run. Kennedy is more of a quiet leader, She just leads by example, and when she speaks, it's business. She doesn't, believe it or not, Preya is a jokester. She leads the jokes in the locker room. Kennedy don't. She's more of a business type, and you can probably tell that from the way she plays. A quick story, we were a couple of games there at the end. She got into foul trouble, had her fourth foul. I had to pull her, and she looked at me, and I said, I got to sit you for a minute. You got 4 fouls here. I'm going to put you back in. Probably not going to be till late in the fourth quarter. Just explained to her what's going on, and she goes down, and I guess Coach Piku didn't hear me say it, but he goes, you got 4 fouls, Kennedy. And then I think Coach Lex said the same thing later on. Well, when I went and put her back in, my wife was doing the books, and she said, hey, Ken, don't forget you have 4 fouls. And Ken looked around and says, I don't know why y'all keep telling me that, like I don't know, or like I'm doing it on purpose. And that's Ken, she's serious, she's business. So I'm going to miss her, and I know all the girls are too.
Foul trouble played a big role in your last ball game, especially, I thought, in the first 2 or 3 minutes.
Early, yeah.
You have Samir, who picks up 2 fouls, and she sits out the rest of the first half and never really got into it in the second half.
Yeah, she got a nickname she gave herself. She's the boss. And she's like, she's kind of the team boss on the floor. She's our muscle. And when she goes out, we still had muscle, but it's not the same as when you're leaning on Zariah, because she loved that role, and she's a tough kid. And Heck, I've seen her bust her chin in the middle of a game, go put a little butterfly thing. If she needed stitches, she's like, I'm not good at stitches. I got to play. We got to win this. And she's the type that'll put a Band-Aid on and say, let's go, let's roll. So with her having to sit because of foul trouble, it definitely put us in a little predicament against a team like Slidell with a really solid big.
Coach, it seemed like the Lady Jackets were best when you were pressing, scrambling, making the opposing team turn the ball over, and playing the 94-foot game. Talk about that.
Yeah, that's just our style. That's kind of the style I've always done, and I've seen some success with it, so I'm not going to change it. Sometimes you got to hide some of your slower feet, as the kids move in. It's not like college where you just got to recruit the speed. But, we've done better as the years have gone by as coaches, is figuring out ways to hide the slower players. But really, the kids want to play that up and down. These girls love to be aggressive. So all we do is just try to push them in the right direction, break it down, and they do a good job of following our lead. So,
talk about the big victory against Prairieville at home. That had to be sweet for you.
It was sweet. We always felt like we were behind the 8 ball with Prairieville. We look at the power rankings. We were always between 5 and 10, and they were always between 1, 2, and 3. So we knew it would be a tough test. We knew they would be well coached, and they were just having the film on them. We knew that they were talented. They had a lot of talent. So the girls were really hyped up for that one, and it being here, we just felt like we couldn't lose at home, and we didn't change anything or anything. They knew what they were getting with us, and we knew what we were getting with them, and we just went out there, and I felt like we just kind of beat them up.
All right, switching back to your contest against Slidell, how's number 14 doing? I know she went down with an injury.
She's getting a lot of therapy type stuff on her knee right now. We don't have an answer. She's probably going to go Thursday to see her doctor and get a x-ray on it, and hopefully it's nothing but a strain. But, all we do is pray and hope.
All right. Coach, what do you have looking ahead? I know you haven't really attended to it in your mind, but talk about what the 26-27 Lady Jackets could look like.
It depends on. I always feel like if we have a good summer, we'll grow a lot during the season. But we have to have a good summer, at least get an idea what we got. I don't know exactly what I have coming. I do know I have some good talent coming up from the 8th grade. Don't know if they're going to be high school ready, but we're certainly going to put them in the fire and see. We have a really good freshman class right now. That'll be sophomores next year. Maddie Nor got a lot of playing time this year. She's probably going to be one of our leaders next year, our scoring leaders, and her role is definitely going to be changed where she's going to play a lot of minutes. We've got a great 10th grade class. We've got 4 players there that are going to start or play a lot of minutes also. Juliana Jones, Zariah Samir, Kinley Jornet, and Kalaja Henry. And then we've got that junior class now. Right now it's just one kid. It's Jet Tomplay. But Marley Johnson, if you remember, she started not this past year, but the year before as a sophomore. Tore ACL in some summer ball, AAU ball. So she had to sit out this year. I think if she comes back and she's close to where she was before she got hurt, she's going to help us a lot. She's another outside threat. So there's definitely some talent there. We'll just grow up kind of quick.
Let's talk about your relationship with Coach Cab. Coach Cab said, well, Rudy reminds me a little bit of me.
Yeah.
Kind of soft-spoken, and talk about the importance of the basketball coaches getting along and how this kind of relationship is fostered by the overall attitude that pervades Denham Springs athletics, largely attributable to athletic director, head football coach Brett Beard.
Yeah, well, first with Coach Cab, I look up to Coach Cab since the day I got here. I just have a lot of respect for him, and he is right. We do have a lot of the same demeanors, but I would love to say I could reach some of the things he's done with kids, but his style of coaching it's fun to watch. I love to watch his practices. I learn something every day. I watch his practices during his PE hour. So he's a great guy to have on your side, and he could probably do whatever he wanted to me, and I would still love him because he's just a great dude, a great guy to hang out with, and listen to.
Now, there's only one team that wins the whole thing every year, but would it be safe do you feel comfortable saying that Denham Springs girls basketball has established itself as one of the really top teams in Class 5A in Louisiana?
I would like to say that. It's hard to say that after getting beat last week over there at Side Hill, but I'd like to say that if we're not there yet, we're right there. We're right there on our way. We just need to continue that consistency for everything we do.
All right, Coach, thank you so much for everything that you do for us. Congratulations on a great season and for the class act you are and your programming. And thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. He is Coach Rudy Smith. I'm John Fine. It is Denham Springs and Destrehan, second round boys playoff action. And it'll be Josh and Mitch when we return after this pause on Sporting Center Yellow Jackets warm-up on Yellow Jackets basketball. Denham Springs High School broadcast on Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the net at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision, are brought to you in part by Dr. Chip Bankston and Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, You Safe and Lock, Safe Voyage Tattoo, David Azar Shelter Insurance Company, the Law Office of Ivy Graham, 5 Star Printing, Sport Clips, Livingston Parish Sheriff Jason Ard, and Cool Kings Heating and Air. We thank you for your support and patronage of these local businesses.
For all your flooring and carpet needs, it's Floor Store Carpet One. At Floor Store Carpet One, they offer prompt, quality personal service. They'll take care of you right away. The Floor Store Carpet One has an extensive product line: wood, carpet, plastic laminate, ceramic tile, natural stone, countertops, and showers. The Floor Store Carpet One also carries luxury vinyl tile, which many customers rave about, serving the community since 1984. The Floor Store Carpet One, 1/2 mile from the Amite River Bridge on Florida in Denham Springs.
Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill has it going on. Happy hour 3 to 7 Monday through Saturday and all day on a Sunday. Lunch specials on weekdays, all you can eat boiled shrimp Monday nights, dollar wings on Wednesday nights. Big Mike's can cater any event and book a party of any size in their banquet rooms. Locally owned and operated by Denham Springs graduate Big Mike O'Neill, Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill, Aspen Square, delivery through DoorDash or Grubhub.
Your local sporting goods store is Sportin' Center. Sportin' Center has all your Denham Springs and surrounding school shirts, caps, clothing, and fan gear. And Sportin' Center is more than just athletics, offering services for businesses and organizations. Sportin' Center does in-house monogramming, screen printing, laser engraving, and large format printing. They can handle all of your advertising, promotional, and sign shop needs with personal, one-on-one customer service. Serving Livingston Parish for close to 50 years. Sportin' Center, 205 South Range Avenue. Sportin' Center, more than just a sports store.
Welcome back in. It is the Sporting Center Yellow Jackets warm-up. It is number 13 seed Destrehan Wildcats, number 4 seed at Denham Springs Yellow Jackets here from Grady Hornsby Gym. Josh Ward alongside Mitch Covington. Mitch, obviously, Yellow Jackets trying to make that run back to Lake Charles. They did it last year. It would be the first time since 2003 and 2004 that Denham Springs has made it back to what is now called March Madness. You know, I think some of us old folks, we call it the top 28, and it's not the top 28 anymore. With the new classes and divisions, all that, it's like the top 30 or something, or top 32. But anyway, whatever it is, it's more than 28. But for us old-timers, top 28 is what it'll always be. But just trying to get back to Lake Charles. You get to start the runoff here tonight at home against Destrehan, a team that comes in 22-9 over and all. They were district champions out of District 8-5A, and they come in with a little bit of unknowns, you know, not able to find a lot of information on them as far as watching some film on them, but I know Coach Cap and all that with Huddle and what the coaches have, they are well scouted and ready for this one. So what are some of the things that you see from Destrehan from what you've been able to find?
Well, if you just look at their last game, what a great playoff game they had in the last one. You know, you said Destrehan, they're the 13 seed, 23-9 on the year. They were co-champions in the district, one of those three-way ties. They had a three-way tie. Everybody had one loss with the three-way tie in their district, but they played New Iberia in the first round of the playoffs. They were trailing 56-49, so by 7 points with just 2 minutes left. And then they started their comeback. They kept fighting. Colby Payton was holding out for the last shot, had, down by 1, goes to the goal, gets fouled with 2.2 seconds left, makes both free throws. Destrehan wins 59-58 with that comeback there. So very exciting game. They were the host team. Just a great finish to that playoff game. they are very hot right now. Like they've won 13 of their last 14. I tell you what, I've seen a couple different places, different numbers off the LHSAA site. It's 13 of the last 14. I saw in the newspaper said 15 of 16. So I don't know, but I know they're hot. They've won a lot. They've only lost one game in the last 15 or so games. So they're playing very well, doing a good job. This head coach Kerry Carell. It's the first time they made the playoffs under his tutelage as he's the head coach at Destrehan. It had been a little while since they'd won a playoff game, about 5-6 years, and so. But here they are, and like I said, a great finish to the first round game. So my advice to the Yellow Jackets: if you have a lead in the fourth quarter, if you get to that spot, don't get comfy, don't relax. If you've got an 8-9 point lead, try and push it to 14 and 15, and don't just sit there and relax and leave it close at the end, because the way they came out Destrehan and finished off the last game, they're not going to lay down and quit by any means.
No, absolutely not. And then just, Coach Carey and his Coach Carell in his 5th year at Destrehan, making those playoff run and get to the second round, it's a big deal for them in this program and trying to make those steps forward. So seeing what they're going to come out with here tonight will be interesting to see. It's always what's so fun about the playoffs this time of the year is that chess match that goes on between head coaches and what you come out in, some defense that you show. With the Yellow Jackets having that bye last week and a little time to get rest, I wonder, do you throw in a new inbounds play that maybe they haven't seen before, a little new wrinkle to throw at Destrehan that you've had time to do that they not necessarily have had that extra time?
You had that time off where you had a few days where you did not know who you were going to play.
Yeah.
So you got to practice just on yourself. What do we need to clean up from the regular season? It's been a little bit since we've seen them on Jacket Vision here, the Yellow Jackets. Last time we saw them was a very close game with Walker. We did not play very well in that game, found a way to win, but then they went on the road and played for the district championship against Santa Maul, blew them out, beat them by 30. So they did something right that game. And but you had a few days to kind of just clean up your mistakes there. Then you start figuring out, okay, Destrehan won. We're going to be playing Destrehan. You start looking to game plan with those guys. It's interesting. In playoffs, you see teams from different parts of the state, not teams you're used to playing. I don't recall us playing Destrehan any in the last recent couple of years. You try to look at common opponents. On paper, that's a big advantage for the Yellow Jackets right now. We both played Central, Santa Maul, and South Lafourche. Denham Springs went 3-0 against those teams. Destrehan went 0-4. They lost twice to South Lafourche. And so on paper, that looks good for the Jackets. However, the game's not played on paper.
Right.
It's going to be what happens out here tonight. And like I said, they're very hot right now. They would have played all those teams earlier in the year.
Yeah.
They're playing better basketball right now. Destrehan is. And so it's up to the Jackets with maybe you lose a little bit of momentum. You had that great game against Santa Maul at the end of the regular season, and then you had to sit around and wait. I know Coach Cab is experienced in this. The last couple of years, we've had the bye. We've been a top 4 seed. This is the 3rd year in a row. So he's got an idea of what to do to keep the team fresh. I think they came up with some new ideas this year in that little extra few days off that we had to try and keep in rhythm. So we'll see if that played out well for the Jackets and then come out with a hot start.
Well, and looking at Destrehan, what you can see from them is that they do have some size and they have some length to them. So sometimes that has kind of been a little bit of a problem area for the Yellow Jackets when they're trying to get it down low to Hayden Ray. We saw that to Hayden Ray, when we saw that against Walker when they just kept trying to force it down there and they were unable to do so. So, how does that play into this one? Does it play into this one? There's so many intangibles that you can look at. Then you look at the close game, as you mentioned there, that Destrehan had with New Iberia. That experience of getting that win in the first round in a close game where you had to come back and hit free throws at the end, ice water in your veins. So you show that this team, as you said, is coming in feeling pretty good about themselves. So it could be a great matchup here from Grady Hornsby. A couple of updates before we get to anything else. Hold on, let me get this for you. I told Miss Julie Jacobson that we would give her a shout out for the Denham Springs Athletic Hall of Fame nominations, which are still going on right now. That is going on through March 31st. This is for the 2026 and 2027 class. Again, deadline is March 31st. Guidelines for nominations, whether it be a coach, a player, or a supporter, can be found at the school's website, denhamspringshs.org/Hall of Fame, or you can pick up a packet at the office. So again, that is Denham Springs Athletic Hall of Fame going on right now, nominations for that. And then, of course, Mitch, your favorite, the DSAA Golf Classic, which will be coming up. Save the date for that. That'll be Friday, June 5th. For information, you can call Paul Gietro at 225-754-2581 or email Miss Julie Jacobson at julie.jacobson@lpsb.org. Again, that is Julie.Jacobson at lpsb.org. And again, that is Friday, June 5th for that. And then one last thing, tomorrow at 11 a.m., Big Mike Sports Bar and Grill will be opening the Aspen Room, a new event hall type venue that you can, I think 125.
Almost like a banquet room.
Almost, yeah, it's like an upscale banquet room. That'll be at 11 o'clock tomorrow at Big Mike's. The ribbon cutting for that. Big Mike's has invited everyone out to check that out. So if you're able to do that, get there. He'll be having some drinks and snacks for people who come by and check it out.
Get there a few minutes early, then go tour the hallway with the Hall of Fame and check out all the plaques and all the members of the Hall of Fame. And then, of course, like we're talking about, trying to get nominations for the next class to go in. So that's always a good time at Big Mike's to reminisce on old classmates or people that you know and see all the former Yellow Jacket greats.
Absolutely. One more thing. Baseball is right now 3-11 on their season. They are at Springfield tonight. Softball is 3-6 on the season. 0-2 on district play right now, but they are home tonight over right behind us here from Hornsby Gym against Jewel Sumner. And bowling.
Yeah.
Got a little look into bowling. They are the boys are 6-1 and the girls are 7-2. So both having a good season there. So congratulations to bowling keeping up as well.
The poor baseball team, man, they've been hammered with injuries. They're just not a good start to the year, just health-wise. We've got a few guys out that we were counting on and hope to get some of those guys back in the next couple of weeks.
Always, we come to you live on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision. Again, that's at DS Jacket Vision, all one word. Make sure you give it a like and subscribe. It is on Family Radio 91.9 FM and on the web at johnfineproductions.com. And as always, great to have you along here with us. So, Mitch, just trying to figure out our timing here before we get out, because as soon as we the national anthem should be coming up soon, so we're trying to wait till we get to that point. But talk about the bye and how the Yellow Jackets with it last year, they handled it very well. You had Westgate in the first round, who is what we're looking at now. Actually, if you want to pull up the bracket there, let's see if we can get that for you real quick.
That's a possible opponent next round. You're right.
Yes. If you're looking there at the bracket there on your screen at DS Jacket Vision, our next opponent would be Westgate or Neville. That is a 12 versus 4 matchup in that one. And then, of course, you win that one, you get to play it here at home. Then you would go to Lake Charles and you get the number 1 seed Zachary, a team that you played earlier in the season. So just kind of keeping an eye on our half of the bracket here with that first round bye, where the Yellow Jackets could go. And it is home here tonight, and then again home to it'll be Friday, would be home against Westgate or Neville. So we'll be waiting to see who that is. But Yellow Jackets obviously got to take care of business here tonight.
Yeah, it's been great that the Jackets have played so well the last several regular seasons. We've been in that top 4 position the last 3 years, getting to play a lot of home basketball games, not having to travel all the way across the state to Shreveport or to Monroe or wherever. South Lafourche days, traveling up to Central, that's a 2.5-3 hour drive. So we've been able to avoid that by playing really well in the regular season. And as I said, Coach Cabby's had a couple of years now to figure out what works well. You don't want your team going ice cold, sitting out for, probably we're looking at about 10 days now since they played their last basketball game. And so live action. So they've done a few things and tweaked a few areas to where he thinks that's going to help them out. Looking at the last couple of years, we have won this first game here, which is in the regional round. So we hope to continue that trend. But then, like I said, Destrehan's a very hot team right now, and we'll see how that looks. And looking ahead, if you do get to that next game, Westgate or Neville, I haven't looked that closely at Neville. I know that district up there where Ruston has some really good teams in that spot. So coming from there, they would be battle-tested. Westgate, we saw them last year. Got some bad vibes, kind of like Slidell on the girls' side. We beat Slidell last year in the second round, and then they returned most of that team back this year, and then they beat us Thursday in the quarterfinal round. That was a really good team for Slidell. Westgate could be something similar. I remember they had a great freshman player last year.
Yeah.
And so obviously I would expect him to be back and one of their big players. So, that's ahead. That's hopefully on Friday, but of course, the most important thing is what's going on tonight, and got to take care of business here. So we'll see if the Jackets are able to shake off the rust, get off to a quick start. Maybe the fresh legs will really help them out and ready to reset and get their mind focused. It's a very experienced team. These guys have, you guys mentioned, last year played in Lake Charles in the semifinal games. The year before made it to the quarterfinals. They expected to be here in the playoffs. They're ready for this moment, and we hope that experience is going to help carry them forward as we play tonight.
Yeah, and it will be interesting to see. And again, as you mentioned there, Westgate, we were talking about it off air amongst ourselves, just how good of a team that was that we saw come in and play us. And they were, a scrappy little bunch. And now this year they're a little bit older. I mean, right. Very good point with the connection to kind of how Slidell was last year.
Got some bad vibes with that. But Slidell, talking about the girls' game. I mean, the girls, we had Coach Smith on just a little bit ago, but it was a lot of fun calling their games the last half of the season here, the last district games, and then through the playoffs. They had a really strong season. Expect they're going to be back again, and good luck to Slidell. They play Prairieville in the semifinal
tomorrow.
I expect Slidell's probably going to win that game, and then have to face Zachary maybe in the finals.
Okay, yeah, that could be fun to watch. Or we'll be keeping an eye on that. I'm a small fan of Slidell now because of how well they treated us. It was such a great experience going out there. So congratulations to them, and good luck to the Slidell Lady Tigers. All right, we're going to take a timeout for the national anthem, and when we come back, we will have you ready for starting lineups here from Grady Hornsby Gym. Back after this timeout on the Sporting Center Yellow Jackets warm-up.
Demco is more than just an electric company. We're your local member-owned co-op, your neighbors, your family, and your friends. Our not-for-profit structure means that we can invest in youth programs that empower the next generation to grow, lead, and make a difference. It's all part of our mission to strengthen our communities and create a brighter future for all. Demco, powering life and community. That's the cooperative difference.
With Bank Plus, your account is always just a tap away. Bank anywhere, anytime with free Bank Plus mobile banking. Pay bills, transfer funds, and check your account day or night with the Bank Plus mobile app. Deposit checks with the snap of a photo. Keep tabs on your account with transaction alerts. Lost your debit card? Disable it instantly from your smartphone. Then, turn it back on when you find it. Your bank, your plus. Learn more at bankplus.net. Member FDIC.
Denham Springs High School broadcasts on Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the net at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision are brought to you in part by Duke Seafood and Steakhouse, Brandon Rishu with Smart Move Real Estate, Livingston Parish Clerk of Court Jason Harris, Hunt's Tire Pros and Car Care in Central, Coconut Willie's Daiquiris, Triton Outpatient Clinic, El King Company, and Todd Caruso, Attorney at Law. We thank you for your support and patronage of these local businesses.
Since 1898, the Livingston Parish News, an award-winning media outlet, has served as a news source for our community. The Livingston Parish News is available in print and online at www.livingstonparishnews.com. For complete and comprehensive coverage of what is making news in Livingston Parish, as well as Livingston Parish sports, we have you covered. Opinions, politics, lifestyle, and the arts. No matter how big or small the story, the Livingston Parish News is your source for community news in our parish. Serving Livingston Parish for more than 120 years, it's the Livingston Parish News.
As we welcome back in to Yellow Jackets basketball for the second round action, it is now time for your starting lineups for tonight's second round, a regional matchup between the number 13 seeded Destrehan Wildcats and number 4 seed Denham Springs Yellow Jackets. We will start with the visiting Destrehan Wildcats. They will go with number 1, senior Colby Payton, number 3, senior Caden Coleman, number 2, sophomore Ivan McGee, number 13, senior Keenan Brown, and number 14, senior Trevor Walker. And for the Yellow Jackets now, head coach Kerry Carroll in his 5th season at Destrehan. They are 22-9, and as mentioned, seeded 13 in the playoffs. Now, starting lineup for the Denham Springs Yellow Jackets. It is number 2, junior Jeremy Williams. Number 3, senior Devin Houston. Number 5, senior John Goldman. Number 10, senior Sean Goldman. And number 23, the big guy down low, Hayden Ray. Team manager is Thomas Stallsby. Head coach Kevin Caballero in his 11th year is assisted by Tony Sterling, Danny Wingate, and Derek Mitchell, and they are 26-6 overall. And that will do it for the Sporting Center Yellow Jackets warm-up, brought to you by Sporting Center, proudly serving Livingston Parish since 1977. At Sporting Center, they have everything you need, from athletic equipment to school uniforms. Go see Stacey Phipps, James Adam McCants, and their terrific staff. That is Sporting Center, 205 South Range Avenue in Denham Springs. All right, Mitch, ready to get this one tipped off here from Grady Hornsby.
It's going to be, we'll have to, see how it plays out. You mentioned we've had some trouble in the past with some long arms under the goal, blocking some shots. Destrehan, just looking at us, standing next to them, doesn't look to be a lot taller than us. We'll see how it plays out when we drive to the goal, if we're able to finish.
Hayden Ray and Coleman for Destrehan were in the circle there as the tip-off happened, and Destrehan comes with the first possession of the game. Peyton brings it up top. Over to the right, it is Coleman. Coleman going to lose the ball. It is still loose. Williams is going to pick it up. It is going to be to Jean on the other side for an easy layup. Yellow Jackets 2, Destrehan 0.
Quick hands by Devin Houston to knock that ball loose, and Jeremy Williams scooped it up for the steal.
Driving it in the lane and dishing it down low to Walker, and Walker with the putback on the second attempt. It is good, and we are tied up at 2 apiece. Destrehan like coming out in the zone. Yep. From the corner, going down low to Hayden Ray. Hayden from the right block, going to drive it in, makes a move, takes it to the basket, and it does not fall, but he is fouled and will go to the line for 2.
Good move by Hayden Ray. A little pump fake to the middle, step through to get underneath. Didn't get the bucket to foul, but gets to fall, but picked up the foul and has a chance for 2 free throws.
Caden Coleman will pick up his first team foul for Destrehan, as Hayden Ray will go to the free throw stripe. First free throw on the way, back iron, no good. Those are the ones that drive you crazy, man.
You get a chance at free throws, got to knock a few down.
Second free throw on the way. That one is too strong, back iron as well, and rebound goes to the Wildcats. Bringing it up the court is Keenan Brown for Destrehan. Gets it up top to Walker, over to McGee. Now the ball is going to be stolen as they were trying to get it up top and taking it all the way and going up. It is no good by Devin Houston. Rebound goes to the Yellow Jackets. It is going to be Jean, mid-range jumper, no good from the baseline, and rebound goes to Destrehan.
That was the second steal for Devin Houston in the early going.
Tied up at 2 apiece now. It is going to be from the left block, no good by Walker. Rebound to Denham Springs. It is Jean. Jean down low to Ray. Ray from the right block. It is going to be blocked. Now the putback is no good. Ball still loose. Yellow Jackets still have it. Jean kicks it up top. Now over to the left corner to Williams. Now Sean will get it down low to Hayden Ray, who finishes it off. Nice move by the big fella. 4-2 Yellow Jackets.
If I remember in previous games against his own defense, we get Sean Goldman there by the free throw line. He does a great job of feeding other players.
Baseline jumper is good by Travis Walker for Destrehan, and we are tied at 4 apiece with 5:50 left here in the first. Destrehan staying in a 2-3 zone from the free throw line. It was Sean over now outside corner is a three-pointer by Williams. No good. Rebound Hayden Ray. Up top it is Sean. Going down low to Ray again. Ray goes up. Ball is loose. Williams picks it up, takes it to the basket. No good. Rebound will go out of bounds, and it says it is Destrehan ball.
Well, you brought up the concern about finishing at the rim, and Destrehan's gotten their hands on a few of our shots. We've had the ball around the goal quite a bit and not having a lot of success at finishing it off.
Well, you see they are trying to work it down to Hayden Ray in the early part of this one.
We can't get it any closer.
Tied up at 4 apiece here from Grady Hornsby. Driving it in the lane is McGee. Will kick it out to Coleman. Coleman now gets it to Walker. Ball is down low to Brown, and it will go out of bounds off of Denham Springs. They said it went off of Devin Houston.
I will say there's been a lot of contact, a little bit both sides right now. Referees are trying not to be a whistle-happy.
Ball is going to be stolen by the Yellow Jackets. It is Williams taking it all the way the other way. Lays it in from the left side. 6-4 Yellow Jackets.
I was just going to say the refs are trying not to get too involved too early in this game, letting both teams get after it a little bit.
And Jeremy Williams interrupted. Yeah, we're okay with that.
I like keeping guys out of foul trouble.
That's right. Destrehan working it on their side of the court now. Up top it is to Walker. Walker over to McGee on the left wing. Looking for somewhere to go with it. Being guarded by Jean. Hayden Ray going to get it. Yep.
And that's kind of fouls I don't know that we want to get from Hayden. I want Hayden Ray picking up his fouls, going for rebounds, maybe trying to block a shot, but trying to get a steal out past the three-point line. We'll let Devin Houston and Jeremy Williams go after those.
Team first and for the Yellow Jackets, and first for Hayden Ray. As the ball will be a nice pass down low to Caden Coleman, who's able to finish it off at the goal, and we are knotted up at 6. Houston gets it over to Jean. Now back up to Houston. Williams in the left corner. Going across court. That is going to be Jean. Jean shoots a long three-pointer, and it is good for a Big Mike Sports Bar and Grill Jackets three-pointer. Shot that one from the softball field.
So far, the Jackets have showed good patience on offense, not just taking the first look that we get.
9-6 Yellow Jackets here. 3:41 left in the first. Yellow Jackets with some good defense, but making a nice move and taking it as Trevez Walker as he brings it to the basket. Gets fouled, and we'll get to go to the line for the three-point play, and that is a quick 2 fouls for Hayden Ray.
Well, Hayden got out of position because he went for another steal, and like I said, that's probably not his move, trying to get steals out by the three-point line, so then he was a step behind as the guy cut back to the goal. He's going to have to come out of the game with 2 fouls.
And checking in for Hayden Ray will be the freshman Devin Kinchin, who we saw with those very timely three-point baskets against Walker here in that district matchup a couple weeks ago.
Against his own defense, that might not be a bad substitution.
Walker's free throw on the way, nothing but net, and we are tied up at 9 apiece again.
That's 7 points for Trez Walker here in the first quarter.
Yellow Jackets now, it will be Sean from the elbow, goes across to Kinchin. Kinchin up top to Houston. Driving it in the lane now, putting it up from the left side is Sean. It is no good. Put back is no good by Williams. And second chance opportunities you got to take advantage of. Destrehan going the other way now, dishing it down low. Will hit the rim, and Sean's taking it. Going to go for the alley-oop to Jean. No good. Rebound goes to the Yellow Jackets. Now, Jean from the left corner, three-pointer off the iron. No good. Rebound to Brown for Destrehan.
Good job defensively there. Keenan Brown getting back.
Bad throw right there by Destrehan. Went off the rim. Another one off the rim. Now fast break going the other way. As slamming it down is Devin Houston. 11-9 Yellow Jackets.
That'll get the crowd going.
Yes, it will. Devin Houston with the dunk gets this crowd moving here from Grady Hornsby. Pressure now going to be a timeout called by Destrehan as that will take our first timeout of the night with 2:26 left in the first. It is Denham Springs 11, Destrehan 9. Back after this, it's Yellow Jackets basketball.
Personal injury?
Boyer, Abear, and Angel.
Auto accidents?
Boyer, Abear, and Angel.
Workers' compensation?
Boyer, Abear, and Angel.
One law firm can handle all of your legal needs, and you don't have to fight big city traffic to find them. Mark Boyer, Dominic Amato, Lucas Schenk, and Allison Costanza have a team of 12 attorneys ready to assist you. The lawyers at Boyer, Abear, and Angel have invaluable experience that allows them to provide expert legal counsel that's professional, prompt, and productive. Small town values, big city results. Boyer, Abear, and Angel.
Welcome back in Yellow Jackets basketball. It is 11-9. Yellow Jackets with the lead. An exciting start to this one here from Grady Hornsby. Josh Ward alongside Mitch Covington. Quick update for our good friend Mr. Robert Graves. After one, it is Westgate 9 at Neville 8. So a tight one there as well.
Once we get past the first round, I wouldn't expect to see a whole lot of blowouts. So maybe Zachary.
Yeah, they're good.
There we go, move the screen.
Okay, like that call. That'll be on number 14, Trevez Walker. His first, team second. No, excuse me, yeah, team second. Yellow Jackets will inbound it. Bringing it up is Devin Houston. Houston over to Jean on the left side, back up top. Jean and Houston playing a little keep away. Now over to Kinchin. Kinchin going to shoot a three from the right side. It rims out, no good, but a nice look by the freshman Devin Kinchin.
Right on line, just barely caught the back edge of the front rim.
Now a three-pointer on the other side by Caden Coleman from the right corner is good. And Destrehan with their first lead of the night.
As you mentioned, the Neville Westgate game, 9-8, going back and forth. Here we are right here in a one-basket game ourselves.
Jean looked like he was going to pull it from there, but now Williams will pull it from the top. Excuse me, that was Houston that pulled it from the top, and it is off the iron. Rebound it to Destrehan. 12-11, Destrehan leads. Minute 25 left in the first. Out of bounds, off the Wildcats. Ball goes to the Yellow Jackets.
Well, the last two trips down the floor, I don't know that we penetrated inside the three-point line. We did a lot of passing around the arc. And of course, Hayden Ray sitting on the bench in foul trouble right now, but if we can try and get it back down low again.
Once they do go down low, that is going to be to Williams. Williams is going to be blocked, and then Devin Houston comes up, puts it back in for two, and the foul, going to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Devin Houston, the guy with the hot hand right now. He's got a couple steals, got a dunk on the fast break. Now he's got to put back with a foul on top of it.
Houston's free throw is nothing but net, and it is 14-12, Yellow Jackets by 2. Approaching the 1 minute mark left here in the first.
A little full court pressure here for the Jackets.
It is Sergi Williams in now for Destrehan. He's going to drive it in the lane, dishes it down low to Brown, and Brown is able to finish it with a friendly roll off the rim as it drops in. Under a minute. Free throw line is going to be Sean. Sean going to take it to the basket. It is no good as it went off the back iron. Rebound to the Wildcats.
That was another miss from about 3 feet.
Down low and finish it on the left side is Walker, and it is 16-14 Destrehan. Houston will drive it baseline. Ball is going to be loose. Williams will have it now from the right corner. Gets it up top to Jean. 20 seconds left. Baseline driving now is going to have to be kicked out to Williams. Williams from the corner is no good on the three-pointer. Rebound to Destrehan. Wildcats pushing the other way now. Going to pull up a three by Brown. It is off the mark, and the rebound to the Yellow Jackets. And then the Yellow Jackets will throw it out of bounds. And a turnover with 6 seconds left will give it to Destrehan on their side of the court. McGee will inbound it, gets it to Peyton. Peyton now, it is going to be a three-point shot by Sergi Williams. It is off the mark, not even close. And we have played one here from Grady Hornsby. It is Destrehan 16, Denham Springs 14. We're back after this timeout. It is Yellow Jackets basketball.
You are our first priority at Innovative Audio. Innovative Audio offers the very best selection of mobile audio and video, window tint, and vehicle security. Innovative Audio's installation and tinting is the finest in the industry. And Innovative Audio's work comes with lifetime warranties on all audio, video, and tint installations. Most importantly, Innovative Audio specializes in serving you. You are our first priority at Innovative Audio, 1400 South Range, Denham Springs. Visit us on Facebook.
Peak Performance Physical Therapy has been serving the wonderful people of Livingston Parish for over 20 years now. This is Ben Wilson, Denham Springs High School, class of 98.
And the much younger Stephen Wilson, class of 2003. We are honored to have the opportunity to help those in our community return to a normal way of life following injury. From the geriatric population to the young athlete, we are committed to helping you become stronger, faster, and better.
So for all of your physical therapy and rehab needs, come see us at Peak Performance Physical Therapy located in Denham Springs at 145 Aspen Square, or visit our website at peakperformancephysicaltherapy.com.
Welcome back into Yellow Jackets basketball. Coming to you live on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision. As always, make sure you give it a like and subscribe. Keeps you up to date with all things that we got going on here at DS Jacket Vision. Coming to you live on Family Radio 91.9 FM and on the web at johnfineproductions.com. Nice crowd here from Grady Hornsby, Josh Ward alongside Mitch Covington. Great to have you along with us as well. 16-14 Destrehan with the advantage after one. As we start the second, it will be Yellow Jackets ball.
Partner, I got to give you a lot of credit. You talked about the long arms from Destrehan, and they have affected our shots around the goal in that zone defense. They're not overly tall, but they got some long arms, and they time their jumps well, and they have blocked a few shots near the rim and made it tough for us to finish.
Devin Kinchen, three-pointer on the other side for the Yellow Jackets was no good. Now working it from Destrehan, it will be Peyton from the corner. It is no good for a three as he shot that one from the left corner. Now going the other way and slamming it down with the finish is the senior, Sean Goldman, tied up at 16 apiece. No shortage of energy in this one here tonight.
Several fast break points, and it's needed. Them sending the zone defense has made it tough for us in the offensive sets, but we've got a few breakaways.
Colby Payton was fouled as he was going to the rim. Foul is going to be on
Sean.
Yep, Sean's first, team first here in the second. So Hayden Ray still on the bench with 2 fouls. First free throw is good. Gives Destrehan the 1-point lead.
Colby Payton, the kid that made the clutch free throws to advance past the first round.
Second free throw is off the mark, and it is Destrehan 17, Yellow Jacket 16, Denham Springs
Giving us a different look now, 1-3-1 zone.
It is going to be a three-point shot, air ball on the other side from John Goldman, rebound to Destrehan.
After knocking down our first three-pointer, we've gone a little cold from outside. Probably missed about 5 of our last 5 three-point attempts.
From the top, it is Williams. Williams over to Coleman now, going down low and unable to finish it as Peyton. Ball is still loose, and the Yellow Jackets are able to get it as Devin Houston comes down with the grab and is able to get it out to Jean. Jean now to Kitchen, back to Jean. Up top, it is Houston. Houston in the corner to Jeremy Williams, who shoots a three. It is short. The rebound goes to the Yellow Jackets.
They got the lane packed. They are sitting in there tight.
Got the timeout called by the Yellow Jackets with 6:12 left here in the first half from Grady Hornsby. It is Destrehan by 1. They lead at 17-16. We're back after this. It is Yellow Jackets basketball.
You know, Demco is more than just an electric company. We're your local member-owned co-op, your neighbors, your family, and your friends. Our not-for-profit structure means that we can invest in youth programs that empower the next generation to grow, lead, and make a difference. It's all part of our mission to strengthen our communities and create a brighter future for all. Demco, powering life and community. That's the cooperative difference.
As we welcome back in to Yellow Jackets basketball, it is 17-16 at Destrehan with the win. Great to have you all along here with us on a Tuesday night, second round for the Division I non-select playoffs on the boys' side. Again, Mitch, as you had mentioned earlier in the Sports Center, Yellow Jackets warm-up had a great time with head coach Rudy Smith and the girls as they would fall short in the quarterfinals, but a good season by Coach Smith and his crew yet again.
Yeah, I'm just watching this defensive set here for Destrehan. They are packed in tight in the lane. And we've got guys that can make some threes. We're just going to have to knock some down because once you get the ball to the lane, there's 3 guys sitting in there trying to defend.
Devin Kitchen remains in for the Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets play in keep away from beyond the three-point line. Going to the elbow to Sean, and Sean's going to drive it in. He's unable to finish it, but the putback is good. Sean Goldman with the second chance is able to finish it. Yellow Jackets by 1, 18-17.
Good work right there. Sean kind of just forced his way in and then stuck with it and got the offensive putback.
Williams will drive it in, will dish it down low to Peyton, and Peyton with the nice move under the basket is able to put it in for 2, and it is 1-point advantage back to Destrehan.
Destrehan has been good at their backdoor cuts. They've gotten us a couple times, gotten behind our defender.
It is going to be a Devin Houston three-pointer off the mark from the right wing, rebound to Destrehan. Got to get in there and start getting some of these loose balls off the three-pointers.
I just got to make one.
Or make it, yeah, I like that.
But like I said, we probably missed about 8 in a row now after making the first. Oh.
Going to have a foul on the floor. That's going to be on Devin Kitchen. That is his first. And second team foul for the Yellow Jackets. 4:59 left here in the first half.
Haven't seen a lot of subs from Destrehan, but they haven't had to. No one for them was in foul trouble.
It will be Williams on the right side. We'll bring it up to the top. Now going over to Coleman. Coleman from the right wing. Up top to Peyton. Peyton over to Brown. Brown looks like he's going to pull the 3. Comes down. We'll get it to Coleman. Coleman will pull a 3 from the top of the key and nothing but net. 22-18 Destrehan.
That's his second 3 he's made today.
In now is Jalen Williams for the Yellow Jackets. Gets it over to Kitchen, and Kitchen unable to hold on to it. Turnover, and the ball goes to Destrehan. So, Mitch, we mentioned it earlier. Destrehan coming in, playing some good basketball. That momentum of that close game against New Iberia last week.
Yep.
They're showing it right now.
There was no reason to think this was going to be a easy game. It was going to be a hard-fought game for 4 quarters.
Up top, it is going to be Brown. Brown over to Peyton on the left wing. So he's looking for Walker down low. Will go to Walker. Walker will take it from the left block and makes a nice move and puts it off the backboard and in for 2. It is 24-18 Destrehan with the lead.
Trevez Walker, your leading scorer in the game right now with 11 points.
From the corner is Williams. Gets it up top. That is going to be to Williams. Now over to Kinchin. Kinchin back to Williams. Williams back over to Kinchin from the left side. Drives the baseline. Tries to drop a floater in, and it is no good.
It's going to be Peyton's second, so
yep.
They've only got 4 team fouls, but Colby Payton's got 2 of them.
And that will send the freshman Devin Kinchin to the free throw line for 2. First free throw on the way. Front iron, no good.
You got to take advantage of these free points. Angel Morrow's ready to check in for Devin Kinchin. We haven't seen him in a little while. He's been injured, so good to get Angel back.
Second free throw on the way. It hits the rim and rims out, no good. And the score remains at 18-24 Destrehan.
Not good. Sitting at 1 for 5 from the free throw line right now in your home gym.
Going to be a mid-range jumper, and it is finished off by Peyton. Actually, I said mid-range jumper. Got him all the way there. He just dished it down low to Colby Payton, who was able to finish it. It is 26-18 now Destrehan. Down low to Sean, and foul on the court. Wow, they're going to call that on Destrehan. They're going to call that on Peyton. That's his third.
Peyton's third. Wow, okay.
I thought they were going to get Sean
that was
there.
A very 50-50 call. But not only did it go the Jackets' way, but that's a big call because Colby Payton picked up his third foul here in the first half.
Yeah, that is huge. With 2, you would think he would have went to the bench. Hayden Ray's been on the bench since he picked up his second in the first. But as you mentioned, not a lot of subs for Destrehan, so maybe they're having to put it all on the line here, obviously.
Got to knock some free throws down now. 1 for 5 right now. Destrehan's on a good run at the moment. I believe we went up 18-17, and so they're on a 9-0 run.
It was 17-16 after the first, right, Mitch?
16-14 after the first.
Sorry.
Yep.
All right, getting the floor cleaned up there a little bit. And it will be Sean Goldman at the free throw line. Here is the first one, and it is nothing but bottom of the net.
And for the Yellow Jackets, Devin Kinchin, that's number 4.
Needed to get that one.
So we'll see if Angel can bring us some energy. Like I said, we haven't seen him in a little while. He's been injured.
Second free throw on the way, and it is good. Nice trip by Sean Goldman to the free throw line.
And Sean's got all 6 of our second quarter points.
26-20, Destrehan with the lead. It will be Walker over to Brown. Brown up top to Williams. Williams going to drive it from the left side. Takes it all the way to the basket, off the backboard, and in for 2. And it is 28-20, Destrehan. Morrow with the ball at the top now, goes over. That is going to be to Williams, now to Jean. Jean is going to lose the ball as he was trying to get it to Morrow. Driving it in is Walker. Walker puts it up, and he's able to finish it. And it is a 10-point Destrehan lead now, 30-20 over Denham Springs. It'll be Sean trying to drive it in. He's going to lose the ball on the left side. Now it is going to be an easy layup on the other side by Travis Walker, and it is 32-20. Destrehan with the lead over Denham Springs. 2:07 left in the half. Denham Springs will take a timeout. We will take it with them as well. We're back after this. It is Yellow Jackets basketball.
Denham Springs High School broadcast on Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the net at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube at DS Jack and Vision, are brought to you in part by Cypress Pharmacy and Gift Shop, Sport Clips, Modad Companies, Baton Rouge KOA Campground of Denham Springs, Dr. Brandon Wax, the Eye Center of Denham Springs, Shea Landry Milestone Title, Livingston Parish Assessor Jeff Taylor, and Brandon and Courtney Rishu with Whistle Stop Cafe. We thank you for your support and patronage of these local businesses.
For all your flooring and carpet needs, it's Floor Store Carpet One. At Floor Store Carpet One, they offer prompt, quality personal service. They'll take care of you right away. The Floor Store Carpet One has an extensive product line: wood, carpet, plastic laminate, ceramic tile, natural stone, countertops, and showers. The Floor Store Carpet One also carries luxury vinyl tile, which many customers rave about, serving the community since 1984. The Floor Store Carpet One, 1/2 mile from the Amite River Bridge on Florida in Denham Springs.
As we bring you back into Yellow Jackets basketball, it is 32-20. Destrehan with the lead over Denham Springs. 2:07 left here in the first half. Hayden Ray checking back in for the Yellow Jackets. But Mitch, Yellow Jackets going to have some work here and try to start fighting back into this one.
We are not playing well on the defensive end. Destrehan getting a lot of layups. I'm not sure how we didn't have more guys back on that last fast break.
Nice save by the Yellow Jackets with the ball, and a nice jumper by Jeremy Williams to make it 22-32, 10-point advantage for Destrehan. Destrehan now, it will be Brown. Gets it over to Coleman. Coleman from the left side, up top to Walker. Now from the right side, it is going to be Williams.
Hayden Ray back in playing with his 2 fouls.
And Williams with a drop with a nice roll in for 2, and it is 34-22 Destrehan.
Sergio Williams has come off the bench for Destrehan and gave him 4 points.
The ball was loose underneath the basket, now going across, and Hayden Ray will throw it out of bounds as he was trying to go cross court to Jeremy Williams. Turnover, and ball will go to Destrehan.
But it's just Destrehan's getting to the goal. We're trying to pressure the ball hard up top, out past the three-point line, and then we're getting beat off the dribble and don't seem to have any help side defense anywhere as they get to the rim and shoot layups.
Minute 36 left here in this first half. Why is the clock running?
Trying to figure out the time here, getting things straight. Minute and 31 now is where the referees decided to put the clock. Maybe it didn't start properly a minute ago.
Nonetheless, it will be Destrehan ball, as Brown will have it on the left side, being pressured by Jeremy Williams. Now Walker from the top over to the right to Williams, back up top to Brown. Brown going to his left, being pressured up top to Walker. Walker free throw line jumper is off the iron, no good, and the rebound goes to Destrehan, and the putback is dropped in by Caden Coleman. Second chance points, another problem here for the Yellow Jackets.
Well, we had a guy or two trying to run out for a fast break before we had the ball yet.
Hayden Ray with a nice finish underneath the basket on the other side with 43 seconds left. It is 36-24 Destrehan.
See if we can get a stop here and possibly get the ball back before half and try and cut it down to 10. That's got to be offensive, huh?
Nope, no foul call. Going the other way and almost losing it out of bounds and then getting it to Morrow. Morrow will put it up from the left side, and it is good. A nice little mid-range jumper right there by Angel Morrow, the senior, in for the Yellow Jackets. Destrehan going the other way now. Will drive it baseline, and there's going to be a push on Hayden Ray. That is his third.
I don't think he got there. I think that's probably a pretty good call. He wasn't quick enough to cut the baseline off. You could see it coming. You could see it coming.
So Hayden Ray will have to go back to the bench with 3 fouls, and in comes Devin Houston. Destrehan from the top, it is Coleman. Over to Brown, 7 seconds left. Back over to Coleman. Coleman going to shoot a long 3. It's off the iron, no good. Rebound, it goes to Destrehan, but that will do it for first half action. As we play it here at the half, it is Destrehan by 10. They lead over Denham Springs 36-26. And we are back after this timeout. It is Yellow Jackets basketball.
Your local sporting goods store is Sportin' Center. Sportin' Center has all your Denham Springs and surrounding school shirts, caps, clothing, and fan gear. And Sportin' Center is more than just athletics, offering services for businesses and organizations. Sportin' Center does in-house monogramming, screen printing, laser engraving, and large format printing. They can handle all of your advertising, promotional, and sign shop needs with personal, one-on-one customer service. Serving Livingston Parish for close to 50 years. Sportin' Center, 205 South Range Avenue. Sportin' Center, more than just a sports store.
Bank Plus makes it easier to bank. With extended drive-through hours plus 24/7 online and mobile banking, we're here when you need us. Lost your debit card? Get a new one instantly at any Bank Plus location. No waiting for the mail. And interactive teller machines offer drive-up personal service 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Saturdays. Your bank, your plus. Learn more at bankplus.net. Member FDIC.
Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill has it going on. Happy hour 3 to 7 Monday through Saturday and all day on a Sunday. Lunch specials on weekdays. All you can eat boiled shrimp Monday nights. Dollar wings on Wednesday nights. Big Mike's can cater any event and book a party of any size in their banquet rooms. Locally owned and operated by Denham Springs graduate Big Mike O'Neill. Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill. Aspen Square. Delivery through DoorDash or Grubhub.
Personal injury?
Boyer, Abear, and Angel.
Auto accidents?
Boyer, Abear, and Angel.
Workers' compensation?
Boyer, Abear, and Angel.
One law firm can handle all of your legal needs, and you don't have to fight big city traffic to find them. Mark Boyer, Dominic Amato, Lucas Schenk, and Allison Costanza have a team of 12 attorneys ready to assist you. The lawyers at Boyer, Abear, and Angel have invaluable experience that allows them to provide expert legal counsel that's professional, prompt, and productive. Small town values, big city results. Boyer, Abear, and Angel.
Welcome back into Yellow Jackets basketball. It is halftime here at Grady Hornsby Gym. It is regional round of the Division I non-select playoffs, and right now it is a 10-point advantage for the visiting 13-seeded Destrehan Wildcats over the 4-seed Denham Springs Yellow Jackets. But 10 points, obviously you can come back from that. Denham Springs is a well-experienced team, but got to give some credit to Destrehan for what they've come in here to do. Their second chance opportunities underneath the basket, just going and attacking the basket and being able to finish has really put them in a good spot here at the half.
Well, we're a very aggressive team on defense. We go for a lot of steals. We got a couple early on, led to some fast break points, but the more steals we went after when Destrehan protected the ball, we got out of position and they beat us to the rim, and we didn't have a lot of help side coming to help out, and they got a lot of layups there in the second quarter especially. And so they knocked down a couple of three-pointers. One guy, Caden Coleman, got both three-point shots made for them. That's not the big difference right now. The big difference is we haven't been able to get to the rim much other than fast breaks. They got his own defense going. They've really packed in tight. When Hayden Ray's been in, we've had some times get it to Sean Goldman at the high post. He gets it down low to Hayden Ray, and we've had some shots around the rim. Unfortunately, Hayden Ray has 3 fouls right now, and so he sat a lot of that first half. And then, going to have to really be careful in the second half with his 3 fouls. They have the lane packed in tight. We've only hit 1 3 from the outside. We're just going to have to hit a couple threes to open it up a little bit, because when we try to get to the rim, there's 2, maybe 3 guys in there jumping up, trying to block shots and affecting us trying to put it in the basket.
Give us the first half scoring, if you could, please.
If we start with Destrehan over here, we had off the bench, Sergi Williams, a junior, came in with 4 points. Keenan Brown has 2 points for him right now. Colby Payton, who was the leading scorer for him in the first round playoff game, only has 5 right now. But then you got 2 double-digit scorers. Caden Coleman with 10 in the first half, mentioned his 2 3-point shots, and Trevez Walker, 15 points at halftime right now. For the Yellow Jackets, stayed pretty balanced here. No one guy kind of jumping out ahead of the others, but Angel Morrow, good to see Angel back in action right now. Gave us 2 points there at the end of the first half. Hayden Gray has 4 points. Jeremy Williams with 4 points. Devin Houston with 5. Sean Goldman with 5. And Sean Goldman with 6. Devin Houston may be a key. I thought he played really well in the first quarter or so. He was subbed out in parts of the second quarter, and maybe that was time when Destrehan extended that lead when he was out on the bench a little bit. So I thought he had the hot hand kind of early on, bringing good energy, getting steals on defense, and had a few baskets for us as well. So maybe in the second half, he might be a key to help trying to turn it around and cut it this 10-point lead.
I'm surprised that we don't have anyone in double digits scoring. I know Destrehan has 2 looking on their side, so that's a little bit unusual for Denham Springs, especially with, maybe a few more threes taken in that first half than you would have liked to see. When they're falling down, it's a lot easier to say that, but, the Yellow Jackets, they're going to have to get some at some point, but, your keys to the second half and trying to get them back in this thing, what do you come out and do in the second half?
Well, we're going to have to keep Destrehan away from the rim. They're getting a lot of layups, and some of them, look, I was disappointed. There was one time Sean Goldman got the ball around top of the key and fell down with it, so it turned into a steal, but we should have had 2 players back on defense, but it turned into a 3-on-1. Only one guy was hustling back trying to cut it off, and, of course, they converted the layup in the 3-on-1 opportunity. So if we aren't able to get the shot, make the shot, or if we get turned over, we've got to hustle back, try and stop them from getting layups. And on the defensive sets, I know we try to get some steals and we're aggressive, but if we go for every steal and we don't get them, they're going to cut back door on us, or they're going to beat us off the dribble once or twice and get some easy buckets, and we got to take away the easy shots because they've hit a few shots from the outside, but not many. A lot of them have been in the lane.
A couple of updates to remind you of. The Denham Springs Athletic Hall of Fame is open right now. Nominations for the 2026 and 2027 class is open. Deadline is March 31st. Guidelines for nominating people, whether it be a player, a coach, or a supporter, can be found online at denhamspringshs.org/Hall of Fame, or pick up a packet at the main office there at school. Again, those nominations are open until March 31st. Another quick reminder that the DSAA golf tournament is Friday, June 5th. Keep your date open for that. It will be, I think it's 9 a.m. shotgun start for that one. And for info on that, it'll be, you can give Paul Guitro a call at 225-754-2581, or email our good friend from DSAA, Julie Jacobson. That is julie.jacobson@lpsb.org. And last thing to remind you, tomorrow, 11 a.m., there at Big Mike's. It will be the Aspen Room ribbon cutting for everyone is invited. There will be snacks, some drinks, and all that good stuff, and get a new look at the new Aspen Room there at Big Mike's. Right, we're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we will have you ready for second half action here from Grady Hornsby Gym. It is the Destrehan Wildcats and the Denham Springs Yellow Jackets. It is 36-26 Destrehan with the advantage right now. We'll have you second half action after this on Yellow Jackets basketball.
On Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the net at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision, are brought to you in part by Dr. Chip Bankston and Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, You Safe and Lock, Safe Voyage Tattoo, David Azar Shelter Insurance Company, the Law Office of Ivy Graham, 5 Star Printing, Sport Clips, Livingston Parish Sheriff Jason Ard, and Cool Kings Heating and Air. We thank you for your support and patronage of these local businesses.
Since 1898, the Livingston Parish News, an award-winning media outlet, has served as the news source for our community. The Livingston Parish News is available in print and online at www.livingstonparishnews.com. For complete and comprehensive coverage of what is making news in Livingston Parish, as well as Livingston Parish sports, we have you covered. Opinions, politics, lifestyle, and the arts. No matter how big or small the story, the Livingston Parish News is your source for community news in our parish. Serving Livingston Parish for more than 120 years, it's the Livingston Parish News.
It is Yellow Jackets basketball coming to you live on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision. As always, make sure you give it a like and subscribe if you are watching it there at DS Jacket Vision. And if you're not watching it there, you can go back and watch the replays later if you are listening on Family Radio 91.9 FM, or if you are on the web at johnfineproductions.com. Either way you're getting it, we are great to have you here along with us. Josh Ward alongside Mitch Covington, Coach Josh Neal, Darren Ferrente, Mitch Covington, John Fine, Lamine Figueroa back to the studio, and all of you watching or listening wherever you may be. Destrehan will have the ball to start this second half, and we are underway.
Both teams have their post players, perhaps, the taller players anyway, with 3 fouls in the game at the moment. So I'd like to try and go at Colby Payton, number 1 for Destrehan, and see if we can get his 4th foul on him.
Loose ball was picked up by the Yellow Jackets as they will go down low underneath the basket to Jeremy Williams, who will finish it off for 2. Yellow Jackets with the first points of the second half, and they cut the lead to 8.
Good defensive start to the second half.
It is Jameson for Destrehan. He will kick it to Brown. Brown from the baseline will try to take it to the basket. He is unable to finish. Rebound, it goes to Houston. Houston driving it all the way and goes off the backboard. It is no good. A rebound to Destrehan. Brown now the other way for the Wildcats. Trying to go down low, and will lose it out of bounds off of Caden Coleman. Turnover, ball goes to the Yellow Jackets.
Well, I criticized us for not getting back on defense earlier. Well, that time we had Jean Goldman was back, but Jeremy Williams hustled back to give him help as well to cut off the fast break. So good hustle by Jeremy Williams getting back on defense.
Houston up top to Jean Goldman. Jean will kick it to Jean. Jean will shoot a 3 from the left corner. It is off the mark as it rims and comes out, but the rebound, now it is the Yellow Jackets with the ball. Driving it baseline is Devin Houston, and a foul called against number 0, Drake Jameson.
Interesting.
For Destrehan.
Jameson didn't get in any in the first half, and he starts the second half for them, while Trevez Walker's on the bench right now.
Nice inbounds pass right there underneath the basket as
Jeremy
Williams able to finish it off, and it is 36-30 Destrehan. Yellow Jackets chipping back.
But Trevez Walker with 15 first half points is sitting on the bench to start the second half.
All right, a quick timeout called by Destrehan. They want to slow this thing down. We will take it with them as well. 6:33 left in the third. It is Destrehan 36, Denham Springs 30. Back after this on Yellow Jackets basketball.
You know, Demco is more than just an electric company. We're your local member-owned co-op. Your neighbors, your family, and your friends. Our not-for-profit structure means that we can invest in youth programs that empower the next generation to grow, lead, and make a difference. It's all part of our mission to strengthen our communities and create a brighter future for all. Demco, powering life and community. That's the cooperative difference.
Timeout called by Destrehan, and it will now be Destrehan ball. They will inbound it from the far side.
Walker is back in the game now.
So is Peyton. Kobe Peyton, one of their better guys in the first half, picked up 3 fouls as well. Coleman now from the right side, the left side, will get it to Peyton. Peyton now goes up top to Walker. Walker drives it in and will shoot a jumper from the left elbow, checked at the right elbow, and it is 38-30 Destrehan. John with the ball up top to Houston. Over to Williams, left side. Up top to Houston. Houston with a three-pointer from the top is no good. Hayden Ray trying to save it. He does. He will get it to John. John will then lose the ball, but it'll be out of bounds off of Coleman for Destrehan, and the ball will stay with Denham Springs.
John was trying to feed it to his brother, but Kobe Payton got his hands on it and deflected it.
Sean will inbound it. We'll get it to Houston. Now up top is Sean. Going to drive it in the lane with a floater and puts it in for 2. 38-32 Destrehan.
He got under the goal.
Yep, under the goal. Ball is loose. Yellow Jackets come up with it. Ball is almost stolen by Destrehan. It is Houston, and Houston will drive it in the lane, and he is going to be fouled as he was, that is Williams, will be fouled as he was taking it to the basket, to the free throw line for 2 will be junior Jeremy Williams.
I'm telling you, I think Devin Houston's been one of our better players. He got the steal originally to give us the possession, but then he got trapped under the goal trying to shoot the layup, but he stole it for us there. He's got an extra step out there for us right now. He's been a key player.
First free throw on the way by Williams is good. He will knock the first one down. It is 38-33 Destrehan.
And that's 5 quick points this third quarter for Jeremy Williams in just less than 3 minutes of action. A chance to cut the lead to 4.
Second free throw on the way, and he does do it. Drops it in. 38-34. Destrehan with the lead. Bringing it up the court is Williams for the Wildcats.
In the first 3 minutes of the second half, we've cut the Destrehan lead from 10 down to 4. Got to keep playing hard on the defensive ends.
Yep, and they are doing that right now. Ball is going to be stolen by Sean. Gets it to Jean. Jean going down underneath. Tries to get it to Jeremy Williams. Williams will hit.
3-on-1.
Houston,
it was almost a 3-on-1, but give Sergio Williams a lot of credit on Destrehan. He got in there, and Goldman was trying to make a pass, and he was in the passing lane.
It's going to be a turnover, and the ball will go to Destrehan. Yellow Jackets showing some press.
Coach Cab was trying to encourage his players and not to get discouraged after that.
Yep,
just
travel
keep playing
called.
hard.
Travel on Ivan McGee for Destrehan.
Tell you what, a little bit different defensive intensity right now. Destrehan's on their heels at the moment. We've definitely been the more aggressive team here in this third quarter.
Yellow Jackets trailing by 4. Up top with the ball is Sean. Gets it down low to Hayden Ray. Hayden Ray takes it to the basket. He is too strong as it comes off the backboard, and the rebound goes to the Wildcats. Wildcats now. Coleman from the other side gets it to Walker. Walker will kick it out to Brown. Brown shoots a three-pointer. It is front iron, no good. And now it is Houston taking it all the way, and he is going to be fouled going to the free throw line for 2.
All right. I don't know what Coach Cab said at halftime, but we have cranked up the defensive intensity, and that's turned to a few steals, which has led to some fast breaks.
First free throw on the way, and it is good by senior Devin Houston.
And that's forced a couple fouls on Destrehan, and getting us to the free throw line where Jeremy Williams knocked down 2 and Devin Wilson has made Houston has made his first one.
Houston's second free throw on the way. He drops it in, and it is a 2-point game now, 38-36.
They got me out of my seat now. I feel a little run right here. We keep it going.
Driving it in the lane, taking it all the way is Williams. He is unable to finish it. Free throw line, free throw jumper by Walker is no good. And now there's a fast break the other way for Denham Springs. Sean tries to slam it down, unable to, and a whistle.
And that's going to be the third on Trevez Walker.
So a little bit of foul trouble for
the referee. Showed he was showing Coach Correll that he got him with the body, and I don't think he got anywhere near the body. If he didn't slap him on the arm, we might have got a break on that one.
Sean's free throw is good. Gets it within 1 point for the Yellow Jackets.
And what's also been a big key this third quarter?
Free throws.
Making some free throws. Not just getting to the line, but we've converted when we got there.
Woo! Second free throw drops in, and we are tied up at 38 apiece here. 3:45 left in the third from Grady Hornsby. Putting it up on the other side is Walker for Destrehan, and able to finish it off is Beau Brouillet.
2 offensive rebounds with that possession for Destrehan.
2-point advantage now for Destrehan, 40-38. Up top, it is Houston. Over in the corner to Jeremy Williams, who shoots a 3. It is no good. A rebound goes to Destrehan.
Oh, dang it. Goldman twisted his ankle.
Sean,
we had Devin Houston, and that was John Goldman. Both went up for the rebound and fought each other for it. John Goldman came down awkwardly.
Was it the Walker game that he had to go out for a bit?
I think so. That was Sean Goldman. My mistake. Not John. No, Sean.
All right, so checking in will be Jalen Williams for Sean Goldman. He will inbound it, gets it to Hayden Ray. Up top now is Devin Houston for the Yellow Jackets. Over to John. John trying to go down low to Ray. Ray unable to finish and gets the rebound and the putback, and he'll be fouled on the putback, and he will go to the free throw line for 2.
Now that's something we mentioned. I mentioned earlier. When Hayden Ray's been in, we've been able to get it to him on the low block and get some shots around the goal, and that's still been a thing here in this third quarter.
First free throw by the big guy is off the backboard and in.
Hey,
nothing wrong with getting a little bit of
ain't no pictures on my scorecard here. Oh my goodness, you cannot be serious with that.
What happened?
Lane violation. Jalen Williams ran into the lane after they gave the ball to Hayden Ray. That's just unforced.
So no second free throw attempt for Hayden Ray. First one was good. It's a 1-point game here for Destrehan. Down low, and going to be blocked by Hayden Ray as it went out of bounds. So it'll go off of Ray as Brouillet was trying to take it to the goal. Inbounding now will be Williams from the baseline.
He got hit by his own cheerleader.
Yep.
She backed up into him on the inbounds.
Ball is going to be stolen by Jeremy Williams. He is going to take it. Nice, easy layup on the other side. It is Denham Springs recapturing the lead, 41-40.
Oh, come on, Hayden. Don't get the foul.
Yep, Hayden Ray picks up his 4th. So, Hayden Ray, no doubt, will have to go to the bench. Just the first team foul.
Even if you got to pretty much give up the layup there, we had a good thing going.
A lazy inbound pass goes to Walker, who takes a 3-point shot from the top. Brouillet now will get it, and he will get it to Sergi Williams. Williams will drive it in all the way in, tries to put it in, unable to finish it from the right block, and it is quickly going the other way now for Denham Springs. John drives it in the lane, he puts it up, and it takes a nice Yellow Jackets roll in. Yellow Jackets by 3. Destrehan now drives it in the lane. That is Brown. He will kick it out to Brouillet, who shoots a three-pointer from the left side. It is no good. Rebound to the Yellow Jackets.
Destrehan only has 4 points this quarter. They are not in an offensive rhythm at all.
Minute 45 left here in the third. Williams from the left corner gets it up top to Houston. Houston on the other side now. That is Jean. Jean back up top to Houston.
Somebody for us is going to knock down a three.
Well, Jean says, let it be me. Shoots it off the back iron. No good. Rebound goes to Jean on the long rebound. Now going down low. And Devin Houston with the finish under the basket. 45-40 Denham Springs.
Devin Kinchin got the tip on the offensive rebound. And a great look by Jean Goldman to find Houston under the goal.
Now a baseline jumper. Going to rim out by Trevez Walker. Rebound to the Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets feeling some momentum now. It is going to be Williams. Three-pointer air ball from the right corner. Back to Williams, who goes up. He will kick it out to Williams. Williams shoots the three-pointer from the other side. It's no good. And ball will finally be out of bounds. And we'll go to Destrehan.
The crowd is waiting to explode if we knock down one of those threes. But look, Devin Houston once again in there fighting for those offensive rebounds. I tell you what, he's playing great tonight. He's not the leading scorer, but he is a key player, and he's instigating a lot of what we're doing on the defensive end. He's getting rebounds. He's making things happen.
Williams will go to the bench as Sean will check back in. Underneath a minute left here in the third. Brown gets it to Brouillet. Brouillet will go down low. It'll be a baseline jumper by Walker. Walker's going to be short, but Brouillet will get the rebound. Now Jean's going to steal it away, going the other way, and nice finish as he goes right to left and puts it in. 4-2. 47-40, Denham Springs.
We got a technical? Oh, my goodness. I'll be honest, I didn't see what happened, so I can't really say it wasn't warranted. I didn't see it. They gave it to Goldman, to Jean Goldman, who just made the steal and the layup. But that is a big call. Now, maybe it was deserved. I didn't see it. I looked down to right in the scorebook.
First free throw by Trevez Walker is good.
Oh, man.
Second free throw by Walker will not be good, and it is 47-41. Yellow Jackets with the lead, and it will be Destrehan ball. 31
we got a
seconds
fan here
left.
about to get asked to leave or something. We had a fan walking out there on the court. Yeah, he's looking for security.
All right,
a fan that walked out was standing right on the sideline yelling at the referee, and now he's pointing for security to escort someone out.
All right, so as we get the law enforcement here on hand at Grady Hornsby, they are asking someone to leave, and we will get back to action here with 30 seconds left in the third. 47-41, Denham Springs. It is Brouillet up top, over to Brown. Brown to Williams, and the ball is going to be stolen by Denham Springs. Going the other way, Devin Houston underneath the basket, puts it up, and it goes in. Stood on the back of the rim momentarily, drops in, and it was good. It is 49-41. Now Denham Springs going the other way. It is Jean. Jean going to shoot a three-pointer from the corner at the buzzer, and it is no good. But we played three here from Grady Hornsby. Trip to the quarterfinals on the line, and it is Denham Springs 49, Destrehan 41. Fourth quarter coming up after this on Yellow Jackets basketball.
Your local sporting goods store is Sportin' Center. Sportin' Center has all your Denham Springs and surrounding school shirts, caps, clothing, and fan gear. And Sportin' Center is more than just athletics, offering services for businesses and organizations. Sportin' Center does in-house monogramming, screen printing, laser engraving, and large format printing. They can handle all of your advertising, promotional, and sign shop needs with personal, one-on-one customer service. Serving Livingston Parish for close to 50 years. Sportin' Center, 205 South Range Avenue. Sportin' Center, more than just a sports store.
With Bank Plus, your account is always just a tap away. Bank anywhere, anytime with free Bank Plus mobile banking. Pay bills, transfer funds, and check your account day or night with the Bank Plus mobile app. Deposit checks with the snap of a photo. Keep tabs on your account with transaction alerts. Lost your debit card? Disable it instantly from your smartphone. Then, turn it back on when you find it. Your bank, your plus. Learn more at bankplus.net. Member FDIC.
Welcome back in to Yellow Jackets basketball as we're taking a look there at the student section. A lively crowd here from Grady Hornsby. We have played 3 in this second round matchup between Destrehan and Denham Springs. That is Yellow Jackets 49-41 over the Wildcats. Final 8 minutes underway here from Grady Hornsby.
Does somebody want to tell our student section that our school colors are purple and gold? Purple, gold, and white are great colors. I don't know why we don't want to wear them. That was a great quarter for the Jackets, a 23-5 advantage. But even with that, it's just an 8-point game. And we talked about before the game, Destrehan, how they made a big comeback last game to advance out of the first round. So we got to keep after it, no relaxing.
Coleman with the ball for the Wildcats will hand it off to Brown. Brown now will set it up at the top, being pressured by Houston. Ball now to Walker. Walker across court. That is Brown. Brown drives it. Will lose the ball momentarily, able to grab it back.
Great defense by Devin Houston.
Up top to Williams, and they will lose it. It is going to be Kinchin will get it, and finishing it underneath the basket is Jeremy Williams. 10-point lead for the Yellow Jackets.
See, that was Colby Payton not wanting to pick up a 4th foul, and he kind of had to let Williams go because he's got 3 fouls himself. Got him on that one. Good steal by the freshman Devin Kinchin out by half court. But we had a great defensive stop there by Devin Houston. And then once they kicked it back out by half court, Devin Kinchin got his hand on the balls and got a steal. Turned into fast break points.
Destrehan will inbound it from the baseline. It is going to be Payton now. Payton will get it in the corner. That's going to be to Brown. Brown makes a move. Will now get it up top to Payton. Payton going to shoot a 3-pointer. Back iron too strong. No good. Rebound will go to Payton as the ball was loose, and he will go down low as he gets it to Walker. Walker unable to finish, and rebound goes to Denham Springs.
We did a good job of closing out on the 3-point shooters. We didn't let them get a good look.
That first half, Destrehan was so good around the rim. They're having a little bit of trouble here in the second.
Maybe a little bit tired. They didn't sub a lot in the first half. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just... Could be a reason.
10-point lead for the Yellow Jackets now. Bad pass right there by Sean. Will turn it over. Ball is loose yet again. Now a mid-range jumper by Walker, and it is going to be
Wilson.
Foul.
Houston. Yep. Devin picked up his second. But stopped the fast break there, and it didn't give them free throws, although we've picked up 2 fouls here early on in this quarter.
Devin Houston with his second foul. It is the second team foul for Denham Springs. And we've got a 60-second timeout called by the Wildcats. We will take it with them as well. 6:03 left in the fourth. Denham Springs 51, Destrehan 41. Back after this, Yellow Jackets basketball.
Your local sporting goods store is Sportin' Center. Sportin' Center has all your Denham Springs and surrounding school shirts, caps, clothing, and fan gear. And Sportin' Center is more than just athletics, offering services for businesses and organizations. Sportin' Center does in-house monogramming, screen printing, laser engraving, and large format printing. They can handle all of your advertising, promotional, and sign shop needs with personal, one-on-one customer service. Serving Livingston Parish for close to 50 years. Sportin' Center, 205 South Range Avenue. Sportin' Center, more than just a sports store.
With Bank Plus, your account is always just a tap away. Bank anywhere, anytime with free Bank Plus mobile banking. Pay bills, transfer funds, and check your account day or night with the Bank Plus mobile app. Deposit checks with the snap of a photo. Keep tabs on your account with transaction alerts. Lost your debit card? Disable it instantly from your smartphone. Then, turn it back on when you find it. Your bank, your plus. Learn more at bankplus.net. Member FDIC.
We'll get back in. Yellow Jackets basketball, 51-41. Denham Springs over Destrehan. 6:03 left in the fourth. Denham Springs came out on this second half on fire. A 23-5 run in the third, and they are keeping things going here in the fourth.
Just great.
Bounce pass. Nice right
we've
there
been
by
great
Destrehan.
on the defensive end. That's only Destrehan's 7th point of the second half.
And now a turnover by Denham Springs. A layup by Coleman is no good. Put back by Brouillet. No, check that. That was Brown. And Brown's going to go, no, it is going to be
offensive.
Offensive, yep.
Offensive.
Hayden Ray checks back into the game, playing with 4 fouls. Jean will inbound it, goes all the way down court, and ball will go out of bounds. We'll see what Denham Springs as it went off the Destrehan defender. Exciting game here tonight, Mitch. You've got your money's worth.
Yes.
We have all gotten our money's worth.
And we've got 5.5 more minutes of nail-biting action.
Houston now gets it to Sean. Sean out to Jean. Jean will drive it in the lane, going to the right side. It is going to be deflected and stolen by Colby Payton. Now Payton will have to get rid of it as he will get it to Llewellyn down low. It is going to be no good. Ball is loose, still loose, and it's going to go out of bounds.
He got undercut over here. You got to call a foul when a guy dives at his knees. Man,
Devin
Wilson got knocked over, and they just called out of bounds. But I mean, if they're gonna let you do that, you could get a steal every time. Just go dive at the guy's knees and take them out.
Coach Cab does not like that call. Destrehan will inbound it from the sideline on the far side. As we get to approach the 5-minute mark left here in the fourth. Coleman now from the right side, up top. Driving it in and taking it to the basket. It is no good. Ball is loose, and Payton able to come up with it. Excuse me, that was Coleman. 3-pointer by Brown is off the mark, no good. And Yellow Jackets are quickly going the other way. And Hayden Ray tries to put it down. He is unable to, but clean it up is Devin Houston, who puts it in for 2 and gets the foul.
I'll tell you what, good job boxing out down low underneath. I believe that was Jean Goldman that got the rebound and then got the outlet to Devin Houston. 2-on-1 after Hayden Ray missed the dunk. Devin Houston there for the putback and the foul.
Hey, you think in a game like this, the coach is like, hey, just lay it in. Free throw is no good by Houston. Going the other way now is Payton. He's going to pull up a 3 from the right wing. It is no good. Rebound to Denham Springs.
Now, one thing we did do on the offensive end, Destrehan has come out in man now. Having to force some action.
Full timeout called by Denham Springs. We will take it with them as well. 4:22 left in the fourth. It is Denham Springs 53, Destrehan 43. Back after this, it is Yellow Jackets basketball.
Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill has it going on. Happy hour 3 to 7 Monday through Saturday and all day on a Sunday. Lunch specials on weekdays. All you can eat boiled shrimp Monday nights. Dollar wings on Wednesday nights. Big Mike's can cater any event and book a party of any size in their banquet rooms. Locally owned and operated by Denham Springs graduate Big Mike O'Neill, Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill, Aspen Square, delivery through DoorDash or Grubhub.
Denham Springs High School broadcasts on Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the net at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision are brought to you in part by Duke's Seafood and Steakhouse, Brandon Rishu with Smart Move Real Estate, Livingston Parish Clerk of Court Jason Harris, Hunt's Tire Pros and Car Care in Central, Coconut Willie's Daiquiris, Triton Outpatient Clinic, El King Company, and Todd Caruso, Attorney at Law. We thank you for your support and patronage of these local businesses.
Welcome back in, Yellow Jackets basketball. 4:22 left here in the fourth from Grady Hornsby in round 2 of the Division I non-select playoffs. Yellow Jackets with a 10-point advantage over Destrehan, 53-43, with a trip to the quarterfinals on the line.
If you didn't hear us in the pregame, Destrehan charged back from 7 points in the last 2 minutes of their first round game, so we got to keep the pressure on and not relax.
Williams gets it up top to Houston. Houston from the near side. Goes across court to Sean. Now to Jean. Now to Sean, and it will go off the hands of Hayden Ray.
That's the third turnover we've had trying to get to the goal and make a dish. That's 3 turnovers this quarter doing that. Protect the ball. Be smart with it.
Ball will go to Destrehan. It is Payton. Payton going to shoot a 3. And he drops it in from the right wing. It is 46-53 Denham Springs.
Payton's been held to only 8 points tonight. He's a big scorer for him.
Hayden Ray will try to go down low, and he is able to finish that one as he makes a move and goes up. Puts it in for two, 55-46 Denham Springs.
You got to keep strong on the defensive end.
Peyton now going to take a long three himself, and he drains it.
He was asking for the ball. He's going to try and bring them back in the game.
55-49, Denham Springs leads. Now here is Jeremy Williams from the corner. It is no good. Brown with the ball, gets it to
Travel.
Peyton. It will be a travel called on Colby Peyton. Turnover will go to Denham Springs.
Good job by Sean Goldman to get a hand in the face. Two big back-to-back three-point shots by Colby Peyton. He's the guy that hit the 2 free throws at the end of the game last time. He scored over 20 points last game for Destrehan. He's trying to bring them back right now.
Destrehan showing a little bit of pressure here as Devin Houston was trying to bring it in. Foul is going to be called.
This will be number 4 on Keenan Brown. Jackets not shooting free throws yet. You'll start shooting on the 5th in the quarter. That's only the 3rd. All right. Let's get it
Sean
in.
will inbound it from the baseline and will get it over to Kinchin. Kinchin had to go for the ball, and it was a little out of control, and finishing it on the other side is Drake Jamison for 2. And that's a 4-point game here from Hornsby Gym.
And that's 2 quick turnovers by the Jackets. On the inbounds play, we weren't ready to throw the ball in. The referee put the ball on the ground, and we were in scramble mode. Led to a turnover and an easy bucket. And then the press right there, Destrehan got the steal or forced the foul. And they've cut that 10-point lead down to 4.
55-51, the Yellow Jackets with the lead. It will be Destrehan inbounding it. It will be Peyton, gets it to Walker. Walker up top is going to give it to Coleman, who shoots a 3. Rebound goes to the Yellow Jackets. 2:20 left in the game. 4-point lead for Denham Springs. Going to call a foul on Jeremy Williams.
Yep. Set up for a charge. I believe that was Trevez Walker that took the charge on Devin Houston. And we got to just step it up on the defensive end. I can tell you, Colby Payton's the hot player, but Jeremy Williams is trying to match up with him. He came off a screen last time and knocked the 3 down. Here we go. 2 minutes left, 4-point game.
Jamison will be inbounding it for Destrehan from the baseline. He will get it in to Brown, and Brown will bring it up the court, being pressured. We'll get it back over to Jamison. Jamison on the near side. From the top, gets it in the corner to Peyton. Peyton makes a move, then shoots a 3. Front iron, no good. Rebound at 2. Sean. Sean will bring it across half court. He was being trapped on the far corner. On the far sideline.
I think Jamison will pick up his 3rd or 2nd, okay?
This is 2nd.
2nd, yeah. I marked
Team
1
4th.
extra.
For Yellow Jackets will be in
We'll
the
be
bonus
shooting 2
next.
free throws for the last 2 minutes.
All right, so Coach Cab wants to take a timeout, 30-second timeout. We will take it with him as well. 2 minutes left here in the 4th. Denham Springs 55, Destrehan 51. Back after this, Yellow Jackets basketball.
For all your flooring and carpet needs, it's Floor Store Carpet One. At Floor Store Carpet One, they offer prompt, quality personal service. They'll take care of you right away. The Floor Store Carpet One has an extensive product line: wood, carpet, plastic laminate, ceramic tile, natural stone, countertops, and showers. The Floor Store Carpet One also carries luxury vinyl tile, which many customers rave about, serving the community since 1984. The Floor Store Carpet One, 1/2 mile from the Amite River Bridge on Florida in Denham Springs.
As we bring it back into Yellow Jackets basketball, coming to you live on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision. As always, make sure you give it a like. Most importantly, give it a subscribe. Keeps you up to date on all things here at DS Jacket Vision. You can catch us on Family Radio 91.9 FM and on the web at johnfineproductions.com. 2 minutes left here in the 4th. Yellow Jackets trying to close this one out to get to the quarterfinals. It will be
both teams
inbounds.
will be in the bonus. So both teams would earn the bonus now with the last 2 minutes. I liked it better when we had a 10-point lead.
Sean will work it, gets it to Hayden Ray in the corner on the left side. Ray will take it in, makes a move, spins around, and he will be fouled. But it will be on the floor.
But he's going to the free. Oh, he's out of bounds. Set out of bounds on Destrehan. All right, block shot out of bounds on Destrehan. Yeah.
When he was pointing to the floor, I guess he was saying out of bounds on them, or that we would have it there. It will be inbounded from the baseline. That is going to be Sean. Gets it up top to Houston. Approaching the minute 30 mark here in the fourth. John will get it to Sean. Back over to John. John now. The top. Over to Sean. Sean, top of the key. Over to John. Now backs it out to Houston. Houston.
We've killed 45 seconds in this possession.
Now he's going to bring it in, takes it to the basket, off the backboard, and in for two. 57-51, Denham Springs.
Oh, did he hurt himself too? Cramp. I think he's got a cramp in his a cramp. I don't think it's. Man, Devin Houston has gone hard. I saw him at the 4-minute break. There was a timeout at about 4.5 minutes, and he was breathing hard. He has given his all tonight. The Jackets do not have a lead without what he's done for us tonight, but that was.
Devin Houston's looking at Jeremy Williams like, help me, buddy. Like, come on. Williams like, I'm not a trainer. I don't know what to do.
But that's a cramp on the floor right there on his calf.
All right, minute 3 left here in the fourth.
I'll tell you what, that's a tough break because he is getting rebounds. He's playing great defense and handling the ball on the offensive end right there. Tough break for the Jackets, which, I mean, that's not a long-term injury, but with only a minute left, we'll see how long before we can get him back in the game.
Quick reminder that tomorrow at 11 a.m. at Big Mike's, it will be the Aspen Room ribbon cutting. You are all invited by Big Mike himself to come check it out, see the new place, get a little something to eat, something to drink on Big Mike, and you're all, again, that is tomorrow at 11 a.m. right there at Big Mike's Aspen Room ribbon cutting.
We'll get a little wipe of the floor here. A little help from Timothy Stallsby to keep that floor dry. Houston's going to try and come back in on the next dead ball.
Destrehan will inbound it. We have hit the 1-minute mark here from Grady Hornsby. Jameson will get it over to Walker. Walker, who shoots a long two, and it is good to get it to 57-53. Yellow Jackets with the lead, and a timeout called by Destrehan. We'll take a quick one with them as well. Got a final update for you between Neville and Westgate after this timeout on Yellow Jackets basketball.
You are our first priority at Innovative Audio. Innovative Audio offers the very best selection of mobile audio and video, window tint, and vehicle security. Innovative Audio's installation and tinting is the finest in the industry. And Innovative Audio's work comes with lifetime warranties on all audio, video, and tint installations. Most importantly, Innovative Audio specializes in serving you. You are our first priority at Innovative Audio, 1400 South Range, Denham Springs. Visit us on Facebook.
Did you know that you no longer need a doctor's order to attend physical therapy in the state of Louisiana? This is Ben Wilson from Peak Performance Physical Therapy, reminding you that if you have an injury, nagging pain, or if you want to simply improve your overall health and well-being, come see us at Peak Performance. Gladly serving the fine people of Livingston Parish for over 20 years, now with 3 locations including Denham Springs, Watson, and Maurepas. At Peak Performance Physical Therapy, we treat the athlete and everyone.
Welcome back in. It is Yellow Jackets basketball. We have got a final for you. Neville goes to Westgate and upsets the Tigers. So the Neville Tigers with a 55-52 win over Westgate will now come to Grady Hornsby on Friday. Our good friend, Mr. Robert Graves, a 3-point shot with 3 seconds left for Neville gives them the win.
All right, we got it to Jeremy Williams. That was a quick foul. I don't think they wanted to foul that quick, and especially not Jeremy Williams. But they did foul nonetheless. With 2 free throws, not just a one-on-one, getting 2 free throws here.
57-53, Yellow Jackets with the lead. It is Jeremy Williams at the free throw line. First free throw on the way, and hits the back iron, pops up, and drops in. It is good.
Got the shooter's roll on the home gym. Shooter's bounce, not much of a
roll.
roll.
Little friendly. Second one is going to be off the rim, no good. Rebound goes to Destrehan. Brown with the ball. Gets it across half court. Looking for some help. Gets it to Walker. Walker back over to Brown. Brown makes a move. Will go across court to Jamison. Jamison in the corner now to Coleman. Now moving it around. It is going to be Brown. Brown shoots a free throw jumper, and it is good. 3-point game, 58-55, Denham Springs. Yellow Jackets gets it inbounded to Jean. Then to Williams, back to Jean. Other way to Sean. Sean drives it in the lane, kicks it up top to Houston. 15 seconds left.
No.
Hayden Ray has it, and now it will be Hayden Ray going to the free throw line for two.
I'd have tried to, I just would have tried to keep it out of Hayden's hands when we had other better free throw shooters. We've done a great job of working the clock here in the last 2 minutes, but I'd rather kept it in one of our guards' hands for these two free throws. I tell you what, Destrehan has knocked down two 16-foot jump shots in their last two attempts. Not high percentage shots, but they've drained them both.
Hayden Ray at the free throw line. Crucial free throws right here for the senior. First one on the way, front iron, no good.
Make one and make it a 2-point score.
Yep.
A two-score game. Just knock this one down right here.
Hayden Ray's second free throw is going to be off the iron, no good. Rebound goes to Destrehan. Destrehan with the ball now goes down low. Layup underneath is unable to be finished by Jamison. Now a three-pointer is short.
Don't foul, don't foul, don't foul, don't
Ball's
foul.
going back. 1 second left. Hayden Ray with the ball. And that is it. That is it. The final buzzer here from Grady Hornsby. It is Denham Springs 58. Destrehan 55. The Jackets win, and you can win by visiting Bank Plus for all of your personal and business financial needs. That is Bank Plus, 822 South Range Avenue in Denham Springs. Yellow Jackets move on to the quarterfinals to face the Neville Tigers here from Grady Hornsby on Friday night. Again, the final 58-55. Yellow Jackets with the win over the Destrehan Tigers. We are back after this timeout on Yellow Jackets basketball.
You know, Demco is more than just an electric company. We're your local member-owned co-op, your neighbors, your family, and your friends. Our not-for-profit structure means that we can invest in youth programs that empower the next generation to grow, lead, and make a difference. It's all part of our mission to strengthen our communities and create a brighter future for all. Demco, powering life and community. That's the cooperative difference.
Personal injury?
Boyer, Aber, and Angel.
Auto accidents?
Boyer, Aber, and Angel.
Workers' compensation?
Boyer, Aber, and Angel.
One law firm can handle all of your legal needs, and you don't have to fight big city traffic to find them. Mark Boyer, Dominic Amato, Lucas Schenk, and Allison Costanza have a team of 12 attorneys ready to assist you. The lawyers at Boyer, Aber, and Angel have invaluable experience that allows them to provide expert legal counsel that's professional, prompt, and productive. Small town values, big city results. Boyer, Aber, and Angel.
Denham Springs High School broadcasts on Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the net at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision are brought to you in part by Cypress Pharmacy and Gift Shop, Sport Clips, Modad Companies, Baton Rouge KOA Campground of Denham Springs, Dr. Brandon Wax, the Eye Center of Denham Springs, Shea Landry Milestone Title, Livingston Parish Assessor Jeff Taylor, and Brandon and Courtney Rishu with Whistle Stop Cafe. We thank you for your support and patronage of these local businesses.
Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill has it going on. Happy hour 3 to 7 Monday through Saturday and all day on a Sunday. Lunch specials on weekdays. All you can eat boiled shrimp Monday nights. Dollar wings on Wednesday nights. Big Mike's can cater any event and book a party of any size in their banquet rooms. Locally owned and operated by Denham Springs graduate Big Mike O'Neill. Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill. Aspen Square. Delivery through DoorDash or Grubhub.
Welcome back in to Grady Hornsby Gym, 58-55. The final here as the Yellow Jackets will advance to the quarterfinals to take on the Neville Tigers, who are a 55-52 winner over the Westgate Tigers. So we now know who our opponent will be coming here to Grady Hornsby on Friday. We anticipate that would be just like this one, 6:30 pregame show for you with the Sports Center Yellow Jackets warm-up with a 7 p.m. tip. That could change. Sometimes the teams from North Louisiana don't like those 7 p.m. tip-offs, so they do a little bit earlier with the travel, but we'll wait to see on that. But most of the times it's a safe to say
it's
that
a Friday night, right?
It's a Friday night
game.
You got nothing to do. Go to a hotel,
weekend.
hang around, go check out the campus or something. All right, Mitch. Wow.
Oh, we didn't get
What
a chance
game.
to talk about that finish. My goodness. So Destrehan, after the missed free throw, pushed it up the floor and looked like they did have a wide open layup attempt. Should have cut the game to 1 with about 10 seconds, probably 8 seconds, 9 seconds at that point, but missed the layup. Fought for a rebound, got a kick out for a three-point look, didn't make it. Couple more battles underneath for an offensive rebound, but at that point you're looking at less than 3 seconds. Something like Denham, just don't foul, and you're in great shape. And heck, Destrehan didn't get the last put back in the goal anyway. So Hayden Ray come down with the last rebound, and I tell you what, the last 2 minutes of the game, great execution by the Yellow Jackets offense. We limited the possessions. There was a 4-point lead. Remember, at 2 minutes, we killed 45 to 50 seconds and got a drive by Devin Houston and a bucket that gave us a 6-point lead with just right at a minute left. So we killed 50 seconds in an offensive possession when we had a 4-point lead, took a 6-point lead. And then the last possession of the game, Destrehan trying to foul us. We were able to work around. We didn't force a layup or an alley-oop when there was just about 25 seconds left or 20 seconds, and we kicked it back around, and we killed an extra 12, 13 seconds and was able to shorten the game so much that even though we didn't make the free throws with, 12 seconds left, I think, when he shot them? But we didn't make them, but there was so little time. When Destrehan missed their first attempt, they were really in a bind there. Then, of course, a couple desperation shots didn't go. But just great job of finishing it out, protecting the basketball, no turnovers in those last 2 minutes, no trying to do too much, didn't push it to the goal and try and get a layup and miss an under contested layup there in the last 2 minutes. Very patient, very good job, and that's what you expect out of a very experienced squad. We talked about that. These guys have won a lot of games over the last 3 years, and this senior class, and let's count Jeremy Williams as a junior with that senior class. He played a lot as a freshman, I believe, and he's been around this program a long time, and they've been to the quarterfinals now. This is the third year in a row, made it all the way to the to Lake Charles, to the Marsh Madness, and we played in the semifinals last year. That experience pays off. And look, credit Coach Cab for scheduling this year, too. I just want to kick that in there as well. The last couple of years, we would enter the playoffs with like a 26-3 record or something like that, 25-4, stuff like that. Well, this year we got more losses, but we went out and we have played some of the best teams in the state. We're not going to face anybody that we haven't seen that type of level of play all year long, because we went out and scheduled hard, scheduled tough, took some lumps, but you're getting a lot of tight ball games, and you see a lot of different looks and defenses, and tall teams, short teams, teams that can run it, teams that can shoot it, and all the different styles, and it helps prepare you to make these playoff runs. And then the experience these guys have, and to get it finished right there. Look, down 10 points at halftime.
Ooh, yeah.
We upped the defensive effort so much. We only gave up 5 points in the third quarter. Only gave up 19. Destrehan got 14 in the fourth. 2 3-pointers by Colby Payton was big, but they had 36 points at halftime, and they only got 19 points the rest of the game. Obviously, we win by 3. So without the great defensive effort, not only just stopping them from scoring, but we got a lot of steals as well in that third quarter that helped get us some layups, get some momentum going our way, and my goodness, we never hit another three other than that very first one.
Really?
So
Okay,
think about it. Jean Goldman made a 3-pointer on the first attempt for us tonight in the first quarter, and we didn't make another one the rest of the game. So we had to get to the rim, and we had to get some buckets, and we did it by getting steals, getting some fast breaks. I'll tell you, I've said it all game long, but Devin Houston, man, he was a key tonight. He had played a great game. He was on the offensive end, handling the ball, driving to the goal, making passes. But on the defensive end, playing great defense, getting defensive rebounds, and getting some steals. He must have had 4 steals himself. He was a super player tonight, and he really stepped up. And, as a senior, that experience, that's what you look for.
That key in the second half, I think, when you look at the third, the 23-5 run that the Yellow Jackets went on to close out that third. But, I'm all about tipping the hat and giving credit where it's due. Destrehan came in here and played a very tough game, and with an opportunity there at the end to possibly tie it or cut the lead or get it down within 1 point. But just hats off to Destrehan for coming here on the road. Not a very experienced playoff team, so they came in and they did have quite a few of seniors on this team that played tonight, so they may be into a little bit of rebuild mode. But just want to give my hats off to Destrehan for coming in and playing a great game.
They really did. They came out, they took it to us. In that second quarter, they beat us 20-12 in the second quarter. They took a 10-point lead in the halftime. But when we made that run, when we took the 23-5, Destrehan's on the road. The students were into it. The crowd was into it. All the momentum on Denham's side. They didn't fold. They caught their breath at the start of the fourth quarter, and they worked themselves all the way back into it. Did it ever get closer than 4? I'm not sure it got closer than 4, but it was a 4-point game with 2 minutes left, and they didn't just lay down when also we made our run.
Right there at the end, yeah.
And so, but that's correct, 3 points. That's right, because we won by 3. So obviously, but they could have easily folded when we made the big run in the third quarter and just been like, man, just that tidal wave was too much. But they caught their breath and they gave it their all in the fourth quarter. Colby Payton got hot, made a couple 3-pointers. Like I said, they made a couple 16, 17-foot jump shots there in the last 2 minutes. And if those don't go, we're about to get a rebound, get fouled, and maybe go up 7 or 8 with less than a minute left. But they knocked them both down and kept that pressure on us and gave themselves a chance.
All right, so go ahead and break us down with the final scoring, if you could, Mitch.
All right, well, we'll start with Destrehan over here. 2 points for Bo Brouillet, 4 points for Sergi Williams, 4 points for Keenan Brown. Then you get to double-digit scores here. You got 11 points for Colby Payton. So that's probably a little bit off of what he's used to doing. But I can tell you could see it. He felt it in the fourth quarter, and he was ready to go. And he's a great-looking player, senior for Destrehan, and I really like his game. Caden Coleman scored 12 points, and then the leading scorer for Destrehan, Travis Walker, 20. Remember, he had 15 at half, so did a much better job of keeping him in check in the second half, the Yellow Jacket defense. But he has 20 points and is the leading scorer for all individuals in the game tonight. On the Yellow Jacket side, we've got 2 points from Angel Morrow. Good to see Angel Morrow getting back, giving us some depth off the bench, some height off the bench. And he's been out with an ankle injury, but he was back and gave us some good minutes in the second quarter. Then we got 7 points from Hayden Ray. Hayden Ray was in foul trouble a lot of the night, but was able to get in there and battle, get the defensive rebounds, and get some offensive layups when we needed those taken care of. Sean Goldman with 9 points, and then 3 Yellow Jackets in double digits. Sean Goldman with 10, Devin Houston with 13, and then Jeremy Williams with 15 points. And the Yellow Jackets right there with the 58-55 win.
All right, we are going to take a timeout. When we come back, we will have the victorious head coach of the Yellow Jackets here with us. It will be Coach Cab coming up after this timeout. It is Yellow Jackets basketball.
Your local sporting goods store is Sportin' Center. Sportin' Center has all your Denham Springs and surrounding school shirts, caps, clothing, and fan gear. And Sportin' Center is more than just athletics, offering services for businesses and organizations. Sportin' Center does in-house monogramming, screen printing, laser engraving, and large format printing. They can handle all of your advertising, promotional, and sign shop needs with personal, one-on-one customer service. Serving Livingston Parish for close to 50 years. Sportin' Center, 205 South Range Avenue. Sportin' Center, more than just a sports store.
Personal injury?
Boyer, Abear, and Angel.
Auto accidents?
Boyer, Abear, and Angel.
Workers' compensation?
Boyer, Abear, and Angel.
One law firm can handle all of your legal needs, and you don't have to fight big city traffic to find them. Mark Boyer, Dominic Amato, Lucas Schenk, and Allison Costanza have a team of 12 attorneys ready to assist you. The lawyers at Boyer, Abear, and Angel have invaluable experience that allows them to provide expert legal counsel that's professional, prompt, and productive. Small town values, big city results. Boyer, Abear, and Angel.
Welcome back into Yellow Jackets basketball as we are now joined by head coach of the Yellow Jackets, Coach Kevin Caballero. Coach Cab, congratulations. Great win here tonight. You come out with a 3-point win as it is going to be 58-55 over Destrehan. And before we had you coming on, I was just, tipping my hat to Destrehan. They came in, and a team with not a lot of playoff experience came in here and really fought all the way to the last second.
Well, we went watch them play Friday night against New Iberia, and they were fortunate to come out with that win on their floor, but they didn't play very well. And I thought, wow, how have they won all these games? They've won about 14 out of their last 16, I think, something like that. Beat Jesuit. Jesuit's a good program. And now I know. They played well tonight.
Yes, they did. And you played well as well for your squad. And, that first half, you just kind of seemed to not be able to finish around the rim. That was a little bit of what they were doing there. But whatever you did at halftime, we wanted to ask you, what did you say at the half? Because y'all came out on fire in that second half, and you go on a 25-3 run in the third to get this thing kind of spread out a little bit.
Well, I can't really tell you what we said. Years ago there was a coach at Evangel, Rennie Mason, and he pounded it in my head. He said, Coach, more times than not, the toughest team is going to win. And what we did at halftime is we challenged them. I thought in the first half they whipped us. They whipped us offensively in the half court, man on man. And to a man. And we just challenged them and told them, we have to get back to who we are, and that's quickness, aggressiveness, and wow, what a third quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. When you came out, when you put the heat up on defense, you really saw that you kind of got Destrehan out of sync, and then you kind of started rolling there. So I know defensively you weren't too happy with the first half, but in that third you came out playing good defense. But, I just thought that Devin Houston was such a big part of the game here tonight for the Yellow Jackets.
Big motor for Devin. Sometimes too big a motor. But I will say this, he made some big plays down the stretch, and he kind of got us there in that push defensively as well as pushing this ball up the floor. We made some costly turnovers late when we got up 10, and they made some big shots. Number one shot lights out against us, and they pulled it in, and we had just enough to win it and move on, and that's all it is right now. 1 or 100. If you lose, the season's over, and we're getting ready for the banquet.
And I had told you before we came on air here that Neville did win over Westgate 55-52, and you looked at me and you said, I knew that was going to happen. What did you see in that one that you thought that was going to be the outcome?
Well, I know Coach Lopez, and I know the tradition at Neville, mostly football, but he's turning that thing around, and we played him earlier in that doubleheader with Zachary and Wassman, and we were fortunate to beat him over at Zachary. And I just felt that they were more experienced, and I knew it had to go to Westgate, but I told, and you can ask anyone that wanted to listen, I had a feeling that Neville was gonna win that.
Coach, this is such a fun time of year when you're in these playoffs and you're in this run now. You're back in the quarterfinals for the third straight year, trying to get to Lake Charles for the second straight year, which is the first time that would have happened here since 2003 and 2004. You won the first outright district title since 2005 here for this group. This senior group has a lot to prove, and they showed it here tonight when it would have been easy to shut down or hang your head or look the other way, that they came out in that third and they said, this is our home court, we're going to defend it, and they did that.
Yeah, they've done a lot, as a group, and that's what other thing we told them at halftime. I told those seniors, you got 16 minutes. I said, after 16 minutes, if you don't start playing, we're going to be setting up the banquet. And we challenged them. And to a man, I thought in the second half, especially in that third quarter, that we really got after them defensively. Now, we're going to have to play 32 minutes instead of 16 on Friday, or we won't be so fortunate, and we won't be headed back to Lake Charles. But I think we will. The bye week and everything, you make all the excuses you want out of it, but nobody wants to hear that. They just want to see, when they look tonight, they can see who won. They're not concerned whether you had a bye or not.
Talk a little bit about your bench. You have a freshman come in with Devin Kinchin. Jalen Williams comes in as well. Hayden Ray had to spend some time on the bench because of foul trouble. Talk about what these young guys off the bench are doing for your team.
Yeah, along with Angel Morrow, the senior. He had a big shot, and, he hadn't played much here lately with that ankle injury and stuff. But he gives us another option there, and that's a tough spot for a freshman to come in first playoff game at home and everything. Had a lot of success against Walker, but I thought that he did a good job. Jalen did a good job. We made a couple of mistakes there, but it wasn't just freshmen. But you got to wipe that off, and you got to play the next play, and I thought we did that pretty well in the second half.
Absolutely, and you come out with a 58-55 win to get to the quarterfinals. We know it will be Neville. That will be a Friday night game, anticipating 7 o'clock tip-off for that one as well?
Well, I'm going to let him decide. I know he's got a long ride. He's got a long ride. I would like 7, but if he wants to go 6:30 or so, I would do that.
All right. Well, once that is set, I know you'll let us know. And, Coach, we always appreciate you joining us. Congratulations on the win tonight, and let's go get the Tigers on Friday.
Thanks, Josh. Appreciate y'all, man.
That's head coach of the Yellow Jackets, Coach Kevin Cavallero. We're back after this timeout on Yellow Jackets basketball.
Bank Plus makes it easier to bank. With extended drive-through hours plus 24/7 online and mobile banking, we're here when you need us. Lost your debit card? Get a new one instantly at any Bank Plus location. No waiting for the mail. And interactive teller machines offer drive-up personal service 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Saturdays. Your bank, your plus. Learn more at bankplus.net. Member FDIC.
Denham Denham Springs High School broadcasts on Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the net at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision are brought to you in part by Dr. Chip Bankston and Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, You Safe and Lock, Safe Voyage Tattoo, David Azar Shelter Insurance Company, the Law Office of Ivy Graham, 5 Star Printing, Sport Clips, Livingston Parish Sheriff Jason Ard, and Cool Kings Heating and Air. We thank you for your support and patronage of these local businesses.
As we welcome back in to Grady Hornsby Gym as we wrap it up here for the second round action between the Yellow Jackets and the Destrehan Tigers. It is 58-55. Denham Springs with the win over Destrehan, advancing to the quarterfinals to take on number 12 seed Neville Tigers. I will be here at Grady Hornsby on Friday. Of course, anticipating it could be a 7 p.m. tip-off, could be 6:30. Nonetheless, we'll keep you up to date there at DS Jacket Vision, which is why we always ask you to give it a like and subscribe when you are watching there, because we will post and let you know what time we will be getting that one underway. But right now, I would say anticipate 6:30 Sports Center Yellow Jackets warm-up, and it will be a 7 p.m. tip-off. Again, that is projected right now. We will let you know if that changes. And it will be, again, Neville 55-52 over Westgate, and that's what gets them here. So the 12 seed goes on the road and upsets Westgate, the 5 seed, and will now come to Denham Springs on Friday. All right, so a fun, exciting one here from Grady Hornsby. Thanks for all of you who has joined us here tonight. I want to say a special thank you to all of our crew. For Lamine Figueroa back in the studio, for Coach Josh Neal, for Darren Ferrente, for John Fine, for Mitch Covington, I'm Josh Ward saying good night, everybody.
You've been listening to Denham Springs High School basketball broadcast on Family Radio 91.9 FM Baton Rouge, on the net at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube. Please subscribe at DS Jacket Vision. Josh Ward on play-by-play with Mitch Covington on color commentary. Denham Springs High School basketball broadcasts are